You're watching the Original Music Podcast with your hosts Raymond Hems and Rick Gaffman.
She made the best chicken and dumplings yesterday. I'm not even joking.
This thing, you knuckleheads. This is all right. Here we go. Episode.
Thanks, Dad.
I got a bunch of wing nuts in the studio today.
Dad's calling us knuckleheads.
Episode 47 today. We have Nathan Utz in-house in studio.
How you doing? Nice to meet y'all.
Holy cow, it happened.
We locked him down, and here he is. So. Hang on for the ride. This one's gonna be. This one's gonna be fun.
Go a while.
We also have Rick Gaffman back.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Rick.
How's it going, brother?
Oh, Ricky.
We've been missing Rick for a couple of weeks here, and he's been busy.
Shit to do.
With stuff to do.
Shit to do.
Yeah, he has stuff to do. But
no, you didn't.
I had drums to hit.
Yeah. So anyway, Nathan, thanks for coming in, and we wanted to have you in and talk about. Well, first off, how you came and just absolutely killed Kashmir with us one night at a show. Our singer that was normally doing the show had something come up with work and couldn't show up, and I asked Nathan on a whim. I was like, "Dude, can you play Kashmir with us like in 2 days?" And or actually, it was a week or so out.
Yeah.
And he came in and killed it. So I wanted to thank you for that. I really appreciate you saving
Murdered.
us.
Yeah.
But with that said, I wanted to kind of get to know you more because I've only seen you standing on a table right in front of me, crotch grinding and singing Aerosmith.
You like that, didn't you?
In the Pandora's Box band.
Did he finally back off of you?
No, he wouldn't back off, man. I had to move. I relented.
Had to shake that bush, boss.
Yeah. I relented and backed away. But you were killing it as Steven Tyler in Pandora's Box. How did you get involved with that project, and how long have you been doing that?
We've been doing it about 8 years. I think it's coming up on better part of a decade.
Yeah.
I had to get talked into it, actually.
Wow.
It started with Curtis Clark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Curtis actually came up with the idea. He talked me into it, and I said, well, the deal is I'll do it on one condition. I get to pick the band, who plays.
Oh, okay.
So the original lineup was Troy McLawhorn.
Oh, yeah.
Was doing the Brad Whitford part. He's Evanescence.
Sure.
Then Bevan Davies, who's with Zoso.
Yep.
Was drummer, and Curtis was playing bass. And then I wanted Steve Taylor to do Joe Perry.
Yeah.
Me and Steve have a 35-year history of music that stems from the Blondes, Mr. Natural, Chang Gang, just a bunch of different bands. But and Pandora's Box. But Steve actually in the beginning was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I was like, okay, So I called in Billy McCollum, who's Meddlesome.
Oh, yeah.
Pit Boss.
Oh, yeah.
Pit Boss,
He's in LOR with me.
Okay.
He was in Blizzard of Ozzy.
Yep.
So Billy came in, and
He's a monster player, huh?
oh, he is.
Yeah.
It didn't take Taylor long to go, nope. I have to do Joe Perry. I was like, all right. He goes, yeah, I'm going to do it. I was like, cool. So that started that.
Gotcha.
And it's been going strong, man, for a long time.
And how many dates a year do you guys typically do?
I'm not the guy to ask that because I really don't know where we're playing until we're actually going there.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me a time and an address.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy with all that information.
All you singers are the same.
Yes. Well, come on, don't throw me in that pool.
Well,
that's a dirty pool. I don't want to be in that. I actually help load in
Oh, that's
or load
right.
out.
You're a damn good drummer too. I forgot. My apologies.
Thank you.
You are a damn good drummer, actually.
All right.
So I mean, just a guesstimate. Are you guys playing every weekend? Are you playing every other weekend?
Well, I mean, we all three have been doing this for years and years and years.
Right.
There's hot seasons and then there's the slowdown. Winter starts to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Usually in the winter was when we were like doing cruises and stuff. We're not doing that stuff anymore. But summertime, springtime. Yeah. It gets busy. But, right around now,
right.
It starts to slow down.
Yeah.
Like, we played last night in Chattanooga, the night before here in Atlanta at Mad Life.
Yep.
this coming Saturday is in Myrtle Beach at the House of Blues.
That's
And,
a fun stage, huh?
Yeah, and that's kind of a hometown for me. I lived there for 15 years,
Wow.
so
Okay.
it's a good gig for me. Even though I am from Richmond, Virginia. But,
yeah, we'll get that. We'll get
yeah.
that back history. in a minute, too.
But yeah, so it kind of slows down a little bit.
yeah, but that's also needed. Don't
It
you
is
think?
needed.
Like it comes down to Thanksgiving time, and it's like, oh, okay, I don't have a gig this weekend, and then Christmas time, it's nice to not have those obligations.
Hey, man, when you're 20, who cares?
Different story.
Right.
But, I've got 3 kids that are older than that. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, I just don't have it. Like, I would love to we've had offers to do like Slippery When Wet, like Jason and them, or Zoso with Matt and Bevan and them. It's like, man, those guys, they're booked 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
And it's Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
No questions.
Yeah.
Like Zoso, man, those guys
Yeah.
dude, they have a truck, a gear truck on the West Coast and a gear truck on the East Coast.
Wow.
Yeah. They run it hard.
Yeah. Well, I saw Zoso with my buddy Patrick in the oddest of places in like West Jefferson, North Carolina, at an outdoor venue on a Christmas tree farm. And I happened to be up there. It might have been a 4th of July-ish a couple years back. And we go in the middle of nowhere. We see Zoso, and I'm like, is that Bevan on drums? Bevan recorded drums on the first Hope's Anchor record originally.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, man, how long you? I saw him after the show, and I was like, how long you been doing this? He's like, man, like 13 years. It's wild.
Bevan's one of my closest friends. He's a brother. I actually was talking and FaceTiming with him yesterday while we were loading in.
Yeah.
And they were loading in. He was already set up. They were playing in Rocky Mount. And
in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
And so we were sitting there facing him. It's like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm working. It's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm working.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's up? And we do. Like, I love Bevan. We have a long history together. I did Static X with him when Wayne died. He's just an amazing, wonderful, amazing person.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to know him.
And a
Oh, dude, he's an
Drama.
alien. No, he's an alien.
Yeah.
I really don't. He's in a category all by himself, I think.
Yeah. And to see him do the Zeppelin stuff and
Yeah.
and those guys, if you haven't seen Zoso,
Go.
definitely go. They do it with integrity.
Yeah.
They play the parts. When I saw them up in North Carolina, it was the guitar players. They had just switched guitar players.
Oh, James, from John to James. Yeah.
And they just and he's like, oh man, sorry guys, I didn't play that no quarter solo note for note.
Yeah.
I can do it. And I'm like, dude, it was your first night.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, we know it note for
He's
note.
from Nashville. He lives in Nashville.
Yeah.
James does.
Yeah. And so the guys live all over. I don't know why we're talking
Oh
about
my gosh.
so
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, real quick, but Adam lives in Colorado.
Yeah, they live all over the country.
Yeah.
And like you said, they got gear trucks. I mean, it's an operation.
Yep, it is.
and
so back to that point,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Even Taylor, like, we got to that moment where we were like, we can take Pandora to
Another level.
an incredible level.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, but the whole tribute thing, like, again, I had to get talked into it. The whole tribute thing was kind of a little creepy to me.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's good
kinda
money.
strange. Oh, there you
Yeah.
The magic word.
Yeah.
I mean, it
It's the
truly
magic
is.
word.
I'm in 4 bands. He's in 4 bands. You're
I'm
in,
in
you know what I mean?
15, yeah.
But that's where sadly enough, that's where the money's at.
But the reality of it all is just being satisfied with, my dad always said you can measure success in many different ways.
Yeah, that's
And-
true.
And he says, and most of the most successful things in your life are literally all around you and right in front of you.
Right.
But you're always, it's like the fat guy wanting to date the really hot chick. It's like, hey
Yeah.
man, have some goals.
Yeah.
Attainable.
So yeah, let's have some realistic goals here.
Yeah.
And what the reality is we, even the 3 of us, we get to do what we love to do
Yeah.
and make money at it.
Yeah. Or
So,
not.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we
yeah.
get to do what we
in
get
our
to do.
case.
Yeah. In original music, the payment is from like last night. It was a smallish crowd, but they were mighty.
What's smallish, Ray?
25.
Smallish.
25.
It's hugely
Don't
average.
church it up,
Yeah.
dude. What is it really? It's
It
like a
was like
smallish crowd. You know,
20
like,
to 25.
hey, listen, I've played a gig where they were sweeping the floor right in the middle of the set. It's like,
Yeah. I mean,
not good.
Haven't we all?
but
Yeah.
the payment last night was, the band just had a chemistry. We felt good. We're playing with each other.
It's a moment.
Yeah, but they reacted. The crowd reacted, and we could do no wrong
No.
playing our music, and that was the payment
Right.
for sure. And
Yeah, Mad Life Friday night was. I have to say I'm very, very blessed that every time we play Mad Life, it's just packed.
Yeah, it's a great place.
And they just love it. You know, it's so awesome. And y'all know the feeling where it's like, gimme.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the candy bag is full, man.
Yeah.
and it makes
You
it
know?
easy to give.
candy bag.
It's easy.
It's a lot easier to do something that's going to hurt the next day.
Yeah.
If the crowd is reacting like they just want it. So okay.
It is that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the real payment. I mean, even the water bill still comes every month, but when you are getting that response, that reaction, it's like, there it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this.
Yep.
My wife and I went and saw Jason Bonham the other night do his Led Zeppelin thing.
Yeah.
And he screwed up in Kashmir.
I got a Jason Bonham story. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the bass player who's from the Firm. And
Tony Franklin was
Yes.
playing bass for him
Yeah.
last night.
Yes.
and
Joe, stop. Hold
So-
on. Stop camera. I'm going to throw up now.
Yeah. I didn't get an invite to go to
Oh,
that
I
show
did.
either.
No, my
there's a
brother-in-law,
reason.
Yeah.
Chris Franz, who works for Steve Miller and
Yeah.
occasionally is his drummer.
Yeah.
My oldest sister's husband, who Chris Franz, shout out, he's an amazing drummer, amazing guy, amazing person. He is teching for Bonham and texted me Friday and said, "Are you home or are you on the road?" I said, "I'm home, but I'm playing a show tonight." He goes, "I'm at the Roxy with Bonham." I was like, no.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me freaking Tony Franklin,
Yeah.
the Firm,
Yeah.
screw the Firm,
Yeah.
Blue Murder,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, totally.
son.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
anyway,
so it's not a big deal. It's funny. It's just that
oh, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Bonham's doing like, okay, so, you got these fills.
Jump shop.
Yeah.
You got these
My
fills
turn.
where, he's just going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And you
Bonham-
know the song.
Oh, yeah. So, I know.
Yeah.
So Bonham's going,
Oh, he's jazzing it up.
oh, he was fucking ripping
Well,
it up.
But he
So
was
anyway-
also playing it super slow. Right?
Yes, but not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So he's
Stay out of it, Ray.
he's
Okay.
doing these.
Oh, yeah. He's Buddy Rich in that
He's
shit.
leaving the song and then coming back,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, right.
So he's leaving the song and then landing right back where he needs to be. But he hit one and he missed it completely. And he's smiling. He looks up and he's looking at
His
bass
dad,
player.
He's looking at Franklin.
and he never looked back once.
Yeah.
Finally, I realized my wife's recording this actual moment. I have it on video. So
I'll need that for the show.
in my wife's ear, I'm like, Jason just fucked up. And she's like, I know.
I know. And I'm not even a
like,
drummer.
I said, you got that on video? And she said, yeah. Finally, the bass player turned around and went and just looked at Jason. And Jason just laughed. And he's like, so I never thought I would see that.
Yeah.
But it's cool, and I have it on video, so I'll show both of you
That's
guys.
great.
Well, talk about a pro thing though. Is just keeping that car driving forward, even though chaos is
Well,
going
nobody
on
knew.
around you.
Yeah.
But as a
Oh, they knew.
musician, you
Well,
don't
we
even
knew.
even smile, don't even acknowledge it, and then when it's passed a little bit long enough, then look at your buddy like,
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah.
What
Right.
happened?
yeah,
Where were you?
Yeah. We did, dude, the show that you did with us,
yeah.
the very first song, I train wrecked the shit out of it.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah. Was that the night that he played with us? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's because you said you
I missed
something
it.
happened to your ears or something. I
Nothing,
remember.
not shit happened to my ears.
We just-
What happened to my ears is I wasn't paying
I
attention.
wasn't.
It was
My-
what was in between his
Yeah,
ears.
right.
That was the problem.
It's that muscle in the middle.
The muscle in the middle.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
dorked
did
it.
long time ago. The Blondes. when Magruder's was still open.
Yeah.
You even mentioned them
Man,
too.
I'm glad that place shut down. No, I almost died in Magruder. No, I loved Magruder's in the Cavern. Bruce Smith, shout out Bruce Smith, Butch.
Yeah. Boom.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but
God rest him.
yeah, God love him for that. But Ziggy, Fred. Anyway, so the Blondes, I don't know why we were playing there, but we played a show there for some reason or whatever, and Jason Bonham was there.
Oh wow.
And
He said he talked about
Magruder's.
Magruder's. Wow, yeah, that was. He didn't need to be there any more than we needed to be there.
Right.
He was hammered. He was inebriated.
I'm
right?
sure.
Yeah.
But and that was, in his defense, he was hammered. But he's like, I want to get up and play with you, mate. And I was like, okay, all right, fuck yes, let's do this, right? I said, what do you want? What do you guys know? And he's Zeppelin. I was like, well, we do. Actually,
As long as it's Zeppelin, what do you know?
Yeah, right. He goes, well, you know any Beatles? No, but he asked, and I said, strange that you say that. We actually do a version of Black Country Woman. He's like, nope. And I went, we do Levee Breaks. He goes, nope.
Wow.
And I went, well, we do rock and roll. He goes, there you go. I said, but we do it halftime. It was awesome. So, been a long time since rock and roll.
Oh, that's
like
actually
Levee.
really cool.
Down, down. It's like Levee, but
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because God knows how many times do you want to hear the original version. But
Right.
Yeah.
he goes, no, we're going to do it the way it's supposed to be done. And I went, okay. So I went and told Steve Taylor. He goes, all right, fine, whatever. We'll do it. So he gets up and massacres the intro.
Oh,
No.
Yeah. It was,
Stumbled
He came in on the 4, not the and.
no, he didn't come in on a number. There was just
Yeah.
there was a letter involved, I think. He came in on the J. Hit that J chord one more time, please.
Wow.
But it was, oh, that did not happen. But it was a moment where you're like, gotcha! You
Yeah,
know?
really,
yeah.
It's like, we're human. You're all human, you
Yeah.
know?
This could either be great.
Well, he
but
did
once
Levee
got-
Breaks
once
the
it
other
got
night.
started, he was fine, you know?
Yeah,
But it just,
he killed Levee
he kind
Breaks
of
the other
flat
night.
tired in there, you know what I mean?
That sucks.
Yeah, you can't
how
play
do you say
you
no to
can't play a
Jason Bonham?
shuffle on Levee Breaks, you know?
I really like the
It
idea.
keep on raining, let it go. That'd actually be good bluegrass.
Maybe.
Yeah, I really like the idea of the halftime
There you
Rock
go.
and roll.
Rock and roll.
Stop it.
You know, that'd be another tune that Giza
Yeah,
could do. We could
yeah.
do that. There's words.
We were just talking about playing the fact that he played Kashmir way slower than we play it.
Yeah,
Did he play it like
Levee.
Like like Levee slow?
yeah,
It was.
Like,
yeah.
in my time of dying.
It was good. Don't get me wrong.
But it was super slow.
But it was really slow.
Wow.
And I've been telling him since we started doing it that I think we play it too fast.
Yeah,
I thought it was
But-
spot on.
yeah.
It's
It's
fine though, right? Because
You
it's
don't set-
live
do
and it
you
doesn't
set it
matter.
to the timing
It's
of
a
the
Right.
record. Yeah.
I mean, if we play it, it took him 13, 14 minutes to get through it. It takes us what, 9?
8 and a half.
It's like the
8:28.
Grateful Dead playing Kashmir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I mean, we're just all over the place. Have
No.
you guys ever heard Fish do No Quarter
Man,
live?
I don't even want to talk
Yeah.
about Fish.
Dude, it blew me away because I was at the show and I'm like, oh, okay, this cool. It's not really my style of music, and they went into No Quarter, hook, line, and singer. I'm
Right?
like,
It was awesome.
it was really well done. Check it out on I think YouTube's.
Right. YouTube.
All right.
On that YouTube channel. Get the VIN number.
On the YouTube.
You got to get the VIN number.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, let's talk. Since Nathan's got a logo here that he loves.
No, you made it, and it's cool. I walked in, I went, wow. I guess I'm on the show today.
You are on. Let's talk about where you grew up and what got you into this crazy business of music.
My
to
favorite
start with.
subject.
Yeah. How'd you get started?
I got started I grew up in the music industry. My father was the entertainment attorney for the Statler Brothers,
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Stanton, Virginia, and we're all from Virginia. My dad, I love my father so much. He's so proud of my dad and honored to be his son. He worked for Reagan both terms, Senator Warner, Senator Byrd.
Wow.
Big political attorney for a long time, worked for the government. Just the most a man could be coming from, mediocrity. Amazing guy. His father, my grandfather, who I worship, that old Dodge truck out there was my grandfather's.
Yeah.
Just real hard work ethic. But back to what you're saying, he's always been an entertainment attorney when he started with the Statler Brothers. Then he went on to be involved in the Rock Against Drugs program.
Wow.
He was one of the executive producers for the Stop the Madness program with Nancy Reagan. I'm actually in that video.
Wow.
If you go on the YouTube's channel,
Yeah.
if you punch in Stop the Madness Nancy Reagan video and watch the video, it's like one of the Feed the World.
Yeah.
It's star-studded, the Quincy Jones kind of thing with Whitney Houston's in it. Crazy enough, Whitney Houston's in it. Just Arnold Schwarzenegger. All these famous people are in it.
Wow.
And I'm in the video in the Blue Room of the White House.
Wow.
With Nancy Reagan going, "Stop the madness."
No.
How old were you during this?
I think I was 14, 15.
Oh, wow.
That's cool as shit.
Old enough to know what was going on.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think my dad did that because I think he kind of knew that's what I wanted to do.
Oh.
Because, like, I grew up also, my stepfather was a minister of music,
Oh, okay.
churches. I'm going to boast here. His first job was in Hendersonville in Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And he was at the church that all of the Grand Ole Opry people went to church because it was right outside of the city and people wouldn't bother them.
Yeah.
So they went to a church little out of town. Well, the Everly Brothers went as youth choir.
Wow.
That was crazy. And he sang at Patsy Cline's funeral.
Wow. Wow.
Right? It's like weird, like Johnny Cash and
Johnny
all
Cash.
these people went to this church. Well,
Yeah.
Johnny Cash probably didn't go, but
No, actually, I think.
all those people went to, that's the church they went to.
Yeah.
Well, that was his first gig.
Wow.
Yeah, they threw him straight in the deep water.
Well, they gave him good talent to work with. in the
Yeah,
choir.
right. Yeah, no doubt. So I bet he had an amazing choir.
Yeah.
Wow.
But and my mother had the voice of an angel and played piano, and I'm gonna boast again. She
Do it.
in the state of Virginia, they had a Virginia State talent show contest for like high school seniors or something like that. And my mother beat Wayne Newton in a talent show.
What? Wayne.
That's awesome.
The man Wayne.
So
Newton.
what my point is I had a lot to live up to. You know
Right.
what I mean? I was like, if I'm gonna do this, everybody in my family, both my stepsisters, my older stepsisters, my older brother, my older sister, and my younger brother, all of us had this. We're given this musical thing.
Yeah.
You know, there were instruments available. There was music available. Church, I was in the youth choir.
Yep.
Royal Ambassadors, church basketball team.
Sure.
You know, every Wednesday and Sunday I was at church.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I got it. And I sang in church. And then the first time I sang outside of church, I did Heaven by Bryan Adams in 8th grade, 9th grade, Stonewall Jackson Junior High School. And I think it's on video.
The old
Somebody's
talent
YouTubed it.
show.
Oh,
Yeah, well, no, it was a chorus concert.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
And some people did solos. Well, I mustered up the balls to freaking go, I want to sing this song, Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
And I had a band that John Chambers and me and two other cats, Brian and Chris, started a band called Intensity. And John Chambers' dad was a music director for a church too in Richmond, and my stepfather was. And the deal was, you can put a rock band together, but you got to play Christian music.
Yeah.
So we were playing Petra.
Yeah.
And, we played Petra and, you know, just U2 and some of the things that we could get away with.
Yeah.
And we put on a concert in the church gym at John's dad's church gym. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Well, that's
So
where
I-
you got the first feeling of.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I wanted
I
to
like
do
this.
something on my own.
Yeah.
So I did the Bryan Adams thing, and my mother played piano on it. I'll cry talking about this. My mother played piano on it.
Mhm.
My older brother Billy, played drums on it. That's where I learned my drumming.
Yeah.
That's a funny story too. And John Chambers played guitar on it.
Wow.
And it's so funny because he boffed the fucking solo, dude. He
Yeah.
got to the part, and as a kid, you can see me standing up there stiff as a board. I'm
Yeah.
like, isn't too hard to see. You know, and I'm like, we're in heaven. And he goes, you know, and you can see my face go,
Yeah.
thanks. No, but long story short, when song was done,
Yep.
the place lit up
Yeah.
like a Beatles
And you were
concert.
hooked.
And
Yeah.
dude, it was done. I
Yeah.
was done. I went, yep. I actually went back up into my spot on the bleachers for
Yeah.
singing. And Mr. Dalton came out and said, no. And made me come
He
back
came.
down again. I came back down. Like, okay, there you go. But
Yeah.
I was done then. It was that chicken was cooked, bro. I was ready,
Yeah.
right? So then I started my thing.
What was the
And
name of your first band that I guess probably
the
after
first
this?
rock band I
Yeah.
had? It's called The Bottom Line.
The Bottom Line.
And we had songs.
Oh.
We actually had some songs that actually weren't bad. And it was me, Scott Smith, Lane Drum, and Kenny Graham. No, it wasn't Kenny Graham. Kenny, bass player. That's
His
the
last
story
name is
too.
bass player?
No, yeah, Kenny bass
Coincidental.
player. Yeah, his mom, Kenny bass player. That's awesome. No, but so that was my first band, and then when we graduated high school, I actually had a freaking like this low ride scholarship, like first semester kind of scholarship for an art piece I did. Me and a girl named Catherine Francis won a state gold key our senior year for oil paintings that we did.
Wow.
Do you still paint?
Talented.
Yeah, I paint myself.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
besides your fingernails
Yeah,
for
right.
Pandora's
Beside my
box.
fingernails. Yeah. No, I still do some art. I did some art on back on one of my son's surfboards. I did
Nice.
it Eddie Maiden. But so long story short on that, got accepted to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University,
Yeah.
right there in Richmond.
Yeah.
Finding out also that's like the second best art school in the freaking nation.
Oh, wow.
Also finding out that's where freaking Gore went to college.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Didn't know that, right?
Wow.
No.
So,
They're geniuses.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I found that out a long time ago, you know.
Yeah.
But so I didn't go.
Whoa, not even for the first semester?
And remember who I told you my dad is, right?
Yeah.
All my other brothers and sisters, all of them, university kids, all of them four-year colleges,
Yep.
right? Not me.
Well.
I went, no, I want to be in a rock band.
Yeah.
And my dad, like, no.
Yeah.
What's next? Tattoos? Well,
Yeah.
it's funny you asked
Yeah.
that, Dad. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
motorcycles? Well, it's
Yeah.
funny you asked that, Dad. You know.
As a matter of fact.
So, but he always said, listen, whatever you want to do in life,
Yeah.
be the best you can be at it.
Yeah.
You could be the janitor, be the best damn janitor in Virginia. You
Yeah.
know, whatever.
Mhm.
So, when we moved to Myrtle Beach, had a band. My older sister Kathy was playing in a band down in Myrtle Beach. Her boyfriend at the time was Chris Franz. Steve Miller now. He's with
Oh,
Steve
yeah.
Miller.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We were talking about that
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
They turned me on to some people in town who happened to be like the most prominent local band in town.
Mhm.
Because my band, Tuck Tail.
Ah.
I met a girl that summer. We played a gig, and I met a girl that summer. And she lived in Greenville, but she was going to school, art school,
Right.
of all things, in Atlanta. So I drove to Atlanta one weekend to hang out with her, you know, because we're all, you know, young, dumb, and full of cum at the
Right.
age of 19,
Yeah.
18. And so I did, and I came back. When I came back, the apartment was gutted. They even took my album collection,
Oh,
bro.
your vinyl?
Oh, no, you don't do that. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, my God. Who
That's
does that?
brutal,
Anyway.
yeah.
Below the belt people.
Yeah, right. So I was crushed, you know, felt defeated, whatever. So I got the gig with this big local band in Myrtle Beach, and I cut my teeth with them.
Yeah.
And I realized immediately, I was like, you know, this is fun, but this is not what I want. I want to be Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Obviously,
I
right?
want to be David Coverdale.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So Heather goes, why don't you just come stay in? She had an apartment dorm, not a dorm on the school property.
Yeah.
She's one of those girls. So I went, okay. So I did. And I hit creative loafing because back in the day here,
Yep.
you know, no social media stuff. It was a piece of paper that you had to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great, actually.
Long story short, found Steve and Dennis, and the three of us started the Blondes. At that time, it was called Dirty Blondes. And within, no lie, within 7 months, bro, we got a record deal.
Wow.
I was going to say that sounds familiar.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
blondes.
Dirty Blondes was
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah. It's funny you say the creative loafing. I actually met Jay and Swift through a creative loafing ad.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up and it said
It's-
audition.
It's
audition.
the paper version of Craigslist.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of freaking weirdos.
Yeah.
And you got to shuffle through
Yeah.
the poop eaters
Yeah.
until you get to the real ones.
Right.
But
Yeah.
and that started the Blondes.
Wow.
And then it just went from, that started my whole thing. But it's funny, to this day, with Pandora. Pandora's given me so many gifts, man. First, it's made me realize that, you know what, I'm just an entertainer.
Yeah.
I like just entertaining people.
Yeah.
I like being the freaking clown in any capacity. It doesn't matter, you know, me, you know,
Yeah.
but not really, not
Yeah.
in a narcissistic way.
No.
But
Obviously not.
I
No.
love people to
And-
smile. I love to make people have emotion,
Yeah.
you know, and I want people to be proud of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For my achievements or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, going full circle to that, we finally, in 8 years, bro, we have not played my hometown.
Oh,
The craziest thing is one of our main booking agents
lives there.
is in Virginia Beach.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, we played like Virginia Beach and this, that, and the other, but we've always kind of like just drifted around
Skirted.
Richmond. And I'm like, what is going on
Huh.
here?
Yeah.
You know?
Are there venues there? Nice
Oh,
ones?
dude, when the Blondes got signed or whatever, you know, there's a Babalu's Music that opened up literally right across the street from our high school. And
Wow.
when me and Aaron, the drummer, when we went back home for this album signing party or whatever, there was a line around the whole strip mall.
Yeah.
It was, talk about
Yeah.
feeling like the king shit. You know,
Yeah.
you go back home, you're like,
No
yeah,
doubt.
it's me, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But and then we played a place called Newgate Prison. It's a small club.
Yeah.
There, it's small. Like we blew the PA small.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
tripped the breakers.
Yeah.
But but other than the Blondes playing in Richmond so long ago, never played there. Played DC, played Alexandria, played at State Theater, and just all these places all around
Yeah.
Richmond,
Wow.
but not Richmond. I'm like, what is happening
Yeah.
here?
What the fuck?
So
Yeah.
just like last year,
Wow.
we played Richmond for the first time.
Pandora did.
And
Yeah.
and I sent the freaking flare out, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Here we
Oh
go.
my God. So many people from high school showed up.
Yeah.
And I was so, my cousins were there. Fucking, all
that'd
my
be
old
great.
friends. Oh, dude, I melted. It was so amazing.
Yeah.
And so after that, I said, you guys are screwed now. I got everybody's numbers. I started this freaking group chat,
Yeah.
you know, with a few of them. And,
How many people are in this chat?
not a lot, actually. It's only like about 6 or 7 of
Okay.
us. I was a cheerleader in high school my senior year.
Go back to that.
Okay.
So, what is a cheerleader look like? And this is be like 87?
87, 88.
Yeah, that's me too.
This is where you're lifting
Yeah.
to the girls up?
Yeah.
Okay, dude,
Okay,
let me
yeah,
tell
it makes
you.
all sense.
Let me
now.
tell you who the
Makes
smart
all
guy
sense.
is in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
You know, me, Ricky Still, and Greg Sheets, and there was
Yeah.
one other guy I can't remember. We were all on soccer team. We all played soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer season was over.
Yeah.
And we got, because I had gymnastic abilities like back handsprings and tucks and stuff like that. And we got asked to cheer, and I went, hell yes.
Why would they come to you specifically to ask
I
you
just
to cheer?
told you that.
He was doing
Rick.
backflips.
Hey,
Alright.
that muscle in the middle, man.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Let me
stay.
tighten
We'll do
my-
the
let me
alphabet
tighten my
tomorrow.
buds a little bit here.
No, so anyway, so we
Smart
did
ass.
this. Yeah, right. But here's the part you're gonna love. Like all of my like head friends, you know, there were the heads, the jocks, the
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
whatever. All my head friends, because I was still a fucking Iron Maiden fan. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? So I was like, they're all like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you, gay or weird or
Yeah.
whatever?" I'm like, "Y'all don't see the
You don't see what I
that's
say.
an epiphany that's
The-
like amazing.
the
You don't see
potential of
this?" They're like,
opportunity
"Oh my,
here?
you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm in," you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
when do I sign up, bro? It's like, so the first freaking game at the home game, dude, all my boys, they got their freaking Slayer shirts on and shit. They're all sitting up there going, "Stupid, look at him, he's stupid." Me
Yeah.
and Greg Sheets, they're going, "Look at this dumbass." And the first, it's called an angel arch. I still to this day remember that freaking move because it was heaven. I think that's why I sang heaven. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, it's all coming back.
Yeah, Bryan
the
Adams.
fruition of fucking coming back.
Yeah.
And it's where you take your hand and you hold it like that and you grab her crotch. And the
lift.
first thing the coach, I can't remember who coached it, but they said at practice, they go, "Listen, we're going to be professional about these things. You know, we know you're kids, but this is how this works." And you literally palm the sweet spot.
And lift.
And you lift and you hold it.
Yeah.
And they're like that.
What?
Go, rah, rah, rah. He's
Yeah.
fucking stupid now. You know? you know? You know, go team, go.
Yeah.
You know, it was great, you know. And I'm like, with the hottest girls in school.
Yeah.
It was
right.
Mary Delbridge, Carolyn Denoya, freaking Jenny Edmondson, freaking all these the hottest girls in the freaking school, dude. Like, if you ever, I don't want to freak them out because they're probably gonna watch this, but like, you ever spooching on anything, it's the freaking chicks that you went to school with.
They
like, oh my god.
And the coach is saying, why are they doing so many of these things?
Yeah. Can we do the angel
and
arch?
They're really
again,
good
please?
at that one.
I like the angel arch. It works really well. It's safe.
It's effective.
And effective. And listen, it's an Ebola ball theory too. If she's starting to slip, just lock her in. Lock her in. No, but I mean, dude, you listen. I got closer. There was probably maybe 3 guys in the whole freaking school that ever got as close as I got to that shit. You know what I mean? It didn't matter if there was panties in the middle.
Oh my
it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter,
Okay,
but it
so
was
your second band.
Yeah. So back to music. No, wait, let's go. No, but Rick's like, no, let's talk. No, seriously.
I like the angel move.
The angel arch.
Angel arch.
Man. So when Archangel came out.
Yeah.
No, but I love those guys. I could probably name them all. Dwayne Boyer, Carolyn Denoya, Mary Delbridge, Freddie Brault, John Stratia. There's a few other in there. I think Sarah Brault. Just these people. Some that aren't on that, and I apologize if you watch this and you're not. But like Jeff Showalter, Melanie Eckert. Oh my God. Just all these people that were such a big part of my life. Greg Sheets. Charlie Bourne, God rest his soul. But yeah, these were people that I just like. Hey man, I call them too. Sometimes I will like text them. They don't realize. I don't think they realize. For me, it's like a back to reality kind of thing. You know, I was in Oklahoma with Lynch when I was playing with Lynch Mob, and I was in the hotel room and I was like freaking out for some reason, just freaking out. It was like weird. Like I'm an adventurous guy. My wife's an adventurous woman.
Yeah, I
don't mind being out and about.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that here recently, and like, I'm uncomfortable with all the kids and everything. Like, something's, oh my God, you have a conscience now? You know what I mean? Like, you're thinking about it. And I tap into that, and it just brings me right back. It's awesome. So they're doing more for me.
A grounding type of thing.
Big time. Big time,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have, I don't know if anybody thinks I do, but I don't think I have like a big head about all this. I've always thought it's like, how stupid a singer looks standing up there by themselves.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. It's like, you can't do it without a team.
A team. You have to have a team. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's good to understand that, you reach out to your oldest and bedrock of friends, and I'm grateful and lucky to have friends from elementary school.
That
I still talk to.
Dude.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Mary Delbridge.
Yeah.
Mary, the girl I was telling you about.
Yeah.
When I saw
the
her,
angel arch.
No, she was taller than me. She's bigger than me. Angel arch I did with I think Jenny Edmondson and.
I was just kidding.
Hey, listen. I don't mind talking about that. No, but, there was another girl, blonde hair girl. I feel so bad I can't remember her name.
Well, it's actually amazing to me that you can remember the names.
It is me too. Yeah.
But how do you forget that? Seriously.
Well, true.
Come on, man.
I mean,
I can go through
the
yearbook.
Could you remember them in the dark?
Her. Oh my God, her. No, but Mary Delbridge is funny. We have a great story that we share. First day at school when I moved to Richmond from Stanton or West Point. It was 5th grade. Something like that, elementary school, playing kickball. Now, and she's going to laugh when she watches this. Still to this day, I'm not fully sure that I cut the line in kickball. I'm not sure that I actually did that. Maybe it's just she went off and talked and came back, and I just happened to be in front of her. I don't know, but she knocked me out.
Wow.
Oh, she did. She was like, straight up fist right to the freaking face, dude. It was
like
awesome.
This girl.
I freaking love her. It was awesome, but the funny thing is I'll never forget that. And I've always told my kids and my boys, like, treat women with respect. And I was like, why? Because they'll knock you the fuck out. That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
The right ones will, But Mary Delbridge tells me that her dad always brings that story up to her kids. She's like,
Was he
you know,
there?
your mom
Did
used
he
to beat
see
up
it?
boys, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
did he see it? Was
no,
he there?
Nathan Oots is a household name in her house. Like, Nathan Oots, yeah, don't fuck with me.
He's got
know?
a weak chin.
Yeah, he's got a weak chin,
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
strong hand.
Yeah.
He's got big hands, I know that much. Long
He
fingers.
does that angel arch like nobody's business.
He's got long fingers, that
You guys
guy.
do, man. I said this to you on Facebook, but man, you've got the funnest freaking Halloween family I think I've
Oh, I
ever
saw that,
seen.
yeah.
That's my wife. That's
Yeah.
all her.
Yeah.
Rochelle gets credit for all
You
of
guys
that.
are off the chain.
She forces them to do it.
God, it's great though.
Yeah, it's not even fun for them. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
she's
really?
like, oh, no, it is. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
nobody
It
let
is.
him.
Well, I could
It's not-
see in a couple of their faces like,
Yeah, okay. Take
Yeah.
the picture.
Mom
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. She's like, you're going to be Yoda. And you're going to, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're Luke Skywalker. And you, I don't
I'm
want
like,
to.
dude, I
I
was
don't want to
almost
toss the
wondering.
salad. What?
I was I was almost wondering if you guys dressed up more than once a year.
We do.
Okay.
No,
'cause
we have the family dress up,
Uh-huh.
and then you can go dress up and do whatever you want.
Okay.
So mom puts together a theme.
Oh yeah,
So the group is always a theme.
always.
Okay.
Like, did you see the caveman one when we were at Disney World?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. I got a video, dude, of us in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And I'm going,
I saw
I'm
it.
tapping the phone.
I saw it.
it. Like, magic
yeah.
box. You know?
There's two videos right next to each other. I
Look
saw
at
him.
him. He's a caveman boy.
Yeah.
You know, it was freaking awesome.
I saw
but
that.
it's
I saw
funny.
that just the other day. As a matter of
Yeah, and
fact.
we get the every time we go to Disney a lot, but every time we've done Halloween at Disney, which I recommend for anybody with a family, it's just the acknowledgement when we walk past people, like, oh look, it's like, but everybody does that. It's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
we're not special, but we do have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, a
it
lot.
looks like you guys did. That's
A lot
awesome.
of fun.
It sounds to me like your family could be a sitcom.
No
Oh
shit.
boy, you ready for this?
For real.
Here we go. I'm going to try to buzz through this as quick as I can. We got an offer from TLC a long time ago, which is what brought us back to Atlanta. We were in Myrtle Beach
Uh-huh.
to be on a show called Off the Grid,
Oh wow.
where you take your family to a certain location and
Yeah.
you have to live completely off the planet.
Wow.
We got picked. Rochelle submitted it for some reason, like a sweepstakes thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
she goes, I'm going to put those names in. I'm like, okay. And I went on about my life, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, I could go see the Globetrotters play and they'd fucking lose. I don't win.
Right.
I'm not a gambling person. I'm not lucky like that. You know what I mean? So, they called us
Wow.
because Tristan at that time was surfing.
Yeah.
And 5 boys,
Yeah.
one daughter, and a husband that's in rock and roll industry.
Yeah.
Like, she was thinking theme songs and his music, and it could promote. She's always thinking about me. I love her so
Yeah.
much.
That's awesome. You need that in your team.
And this trophy model wife, which she's not a trophy model wife, but man, she sure looks like one.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, why you have so many kids? I'm like, you haven't met my wife? You know, Jesus Christ. And the cable went out. Other than those two things, you know. But TLC offered us Off the Grid,
Wow.
and we got to pick a location. Our location was Hawaii.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Well,
No snakes.
yeah, well, so I sent the contract to my dad.
Yeah. Oh.
Look, Rick goes, what? No snakes or spiders in Hawaii.
There's no snakes.
Spiders, too. I think.
Sometimes he's not right. I don't know.
There's only a few amount of birds, too.
Yeah. It's
Birds.
'cause
That I believe.
they have
Yeah.
to. They have to be long range birds.
Yeah, long range. They're gliders. There's pterodactyls.
You know what?
in
Fuck
Hawaii.
both of you guys.
There's no hummingbirds in Hawaii. They can't make it that far.
Oh,
No,
shit.
parakeets, they
Yeah,
don't
no
exist.
boats ever go to Hawaii.
They're in the water all over the place.
Yeah,
that's
right.
They get halfway
so
there.
you picked Hawaii.
No, yeah, you got to pick Hawaii. So, but, so man, she started this whole thing. Like, she had this, you know, she goes, my husband makes shit out of junk. That's the easy way of saying that. I do. I'm the only guy that she says
MacGyver.
can go to the dump
Yeah.
and come back with more than I took there. You know, like, look at that. Look at that. I make shit out of shit. Whatever.
Right.
They called me my kids call me the dumpster diver.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm shameless with that.
Yeah.
Fuck the
They throw
Sanford.
away so much shit in this world. Anyway, so she was gonna make like this lipstick product and chapstick products out of. She had a great plan. I'm not going to say what it's made out of because I don't want anybody stealing it. But just she was on it. She started like reading and writing. Like she really fully. My wife's always like that. She's very thorough when it comes to that kind of stuff. When my dad read the contract, I sent it to my dad, who wouldn't with a dad like that.
Yeah.
My dad called me back and he said, "No, no, no."
Yeah. What was the sticking point?
The clause 14 said if anyone was to get hurt, they would only film it.
No hospital?
They would only film it. It was a very short clause.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you have a son, like I've got a bunch of boys, but one in particular, Gavin.
Yeah.
If you have a Gavin in your life, that's not going to work out too well. That boy could break a hammer.
He's a stump boy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. He could, yeah, totally. He's an 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
And a 150-pound boy.
Well,
how would they even
my
offer
mother
that
called
up?
him poetic justice. My mother, like when he was like an infant, like she didn't even know. She went, "That's you." And
I
I
was
went,
going to
"No,
say,
it
if he's anything like you, he's got no energy.
She said, "I want you to call me." When, she goes, "I want you to call me when he peels all the labels off the canned goods in the kitchen." I did that one time.
And so you don't know what.
Yeah. So you know what my mother made me do? Every night when we'd eat dinner, she would open one of the cans after making.
You're eating it.
And whatever it was, I was like, "Dude, have you ever had a spoonful of fucking mushroom, cream of mushroom? And,
yes, I love
and then
it.
turn around and eat some peaches?" It's like, it's not a good mix. You know what I mean? It was like,
oh my God. This is the best podcast ever.
I see the cream of mushroom can in our drawers now. I'm like, it's like a maggot. No, you know, I can't eat that shit. No, but
my God.
That was one, and then clause 16 was the worst. This is the worst one. Okay. No residual income.
Oh, no reruns, no.
No. Like if everybody likes Gavin, you know, because he's the broken kid. It's, broke my arm today. Cool, you know, whatever. Let's get some bamboo, and that's what you're looking at, right? Yeah. So if say we got like Honey Boo Boo kind of thing. Say I got that big, right? Yeah. If there's T-shirts at Walmart with our faces on it, we get nothing.
No royalties whatsoever.
They own us. Here's what they said. I love this clause. Crazy. Perpetually throughout the universe is what they say.
Wow, that's a long way.
Yeah.
So if somebody breaks an arm, they only film it. They're not going to take you to get it fixed.
No fixing.
Because it's real world.
Active
how are you going to deal with it? They want to see how you're going to deal with it.
It's the theory of, you know, when you have camera people filming, you know, you have those
even
commercials
on
where they're going,
they fix
you know, feed these poor kids in Africa, and they're sitting there with flies all in their eyes and shit. You can't tell me the cameraman doesn't have a fucking Snickers bar in his pocket. It's like, why don't you feed? Camera guy can give him his sandwich, can he? I mean, they got a deli tray somewhere around here. You know, no
even
touching.
on Naked and Afraid, they take their asses out of there when somebody doesn't, if they get the shits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't feel good. I gotta go.
You know, this was 10 years ago, so I think it was like, you know, it's like a brand new car. It's like, there's some quirks. Call us if we have to replace something. You know, it's like, oh, we didn't figure that part out. You know what I mean?
It became a little bit more like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it was. And the money wasn't, the signing bonus was like 16 grand. It was like, what? Yeah. And then you have to use that money. You have to sell everything you own and use that money and the money they give you to get out there and to set up everything. I'm like, nope. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It never got off of the pilot.
The whole thing sounds a little nuts.
Well, that's why it never made off the pilot. Well, but look it up.
Yeah. I think that's
off the grid.
I think that's a good point here.
Did it ever go anywhere?
And like I said, and I don't think it ever got past the pilots. I think you can go online and pull up off the grid, and
but it's not. It never turned into anything.
I don't think so.
Anybody, everybody would have saw 14 and 16 and said, "Nah."
Well,
not everybody.
Not everybody.
Some people will suck a dick for a hot dog.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I guess.
Well, that's kind of my point here, relating this to a music type of thing. Is you may not have a dad like Nathan does, but you need to have somebody else's eyes that knows the law better than you do to look at your music contracts, even your contracts to play a venue. Certain venues,
for sure.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to allow you to play Chattanooga if you just played, you know, a sound.
It's a boundary line. Yeah. You're too close to the other club.
And so sometimes you might have
we all know about that.
Yeah, you might have to make decisions on yes or no to doing shows based on legalities, and
Right.
you know, we just want to play cowboy chords and rock and roll.
I don't want to play cowboy chords.
I played a couple of.
What do you say?
I played a
I don't
couple
know.
of
When
those.
you take a break.
Cowboys.
Cowboys, Ray.
Hey,
Come
I
on.
played a couple last night.
Did you?
I actually played in standard tuning last night for everybody.
Wow.
Ba-dee-da,
I've never heard of
ba-dee-da.
that.
And you know, you know why they tune it to E? Because that's what everybody does.
Right.
Ah.
Starts with the E too.
Yeah, it's-
Everybody does E.
Anyway, I digress. But that's
Playing a B, why? Because.
that's a really cool.
Playing A, always.
Always.
Playing F, fuck you.
Put in D, dick.
That's
I
awesome.
always play in drop D. Maybe that says something
Drop
about
D.
me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drop the. No,
It's
drop the
hugely
D.
average too.
Yeah.
Drop the deuce. Oh, my
Dropping the
God.
deuce. She's worth a deuce,
Yeah.
so she's worth a shit. Right
Yeah.
on.
So-
That's what that means now.
It's finally making sense.
Oh my gosh, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tell y'all something.
Kiss.
I got to tell you something. You know how people like they try to figure out what someone means by their
Yeah.
like, oh, they're so deep, like
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe deep, right?
Yeah.
Man, this is true shit. I heard this on the radio the other day. Scott Whalen
Mm-hmm.
flies in the Vaseline,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they're talking about him. This is our local radio station. I don't know which one, but they're talking about him going, when he was, when the song came out, they said, yeah, remember we were going, man, that's so deep. It's like flies in the like you're caught in the world or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you're just
yeah.
a fly in the world and you're stuck. And no, you want to know the fucking real part about
Yeah.
this?
You saw a fly land in the guy.
No, his mother, when he was a kid, they drive around in the car. You know, back in the day when we were kids, where you could lay on the dash.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Mom's smoking.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, hold my beer. You
Yeah,
know, all
yeah.
that shit.
No
Remember?
seatbelt.
Yeah, the Cordovas and
Yeah.
everything. You know.
Yeah.
So he's in him and his mom ride around in the car, and on the radio every time the Eagles' "Life in the Fast Lane" came on, he goes, my mother didn't know the words. She was going, flies in the Vaseline, should make you lose your mind. Flies in the Vaseline, and that's what that means. That's
Yeah.
that's the only reason he put it in there. And
That's
everybody
awesome.
thought he was like so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and
He's incredible.
entwined with the freaking
He's so
world.
deep.
I know. It's so funny.
I like hearing you know, stories that like that you know, we over analyze the meaning of something.
We overanalyze everything.
Yeah, when it really is just something I heard as a kid,
Mhm.
and it was funny to me. And 45 years later, I put it in a song
Yeah.
for you
Like-
to have to try to figure out what
Like
it is.
wrapped up like a douche.
Douche. I was trying
Is
to think of what it
douche?
was.
What
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Could he
Wrapped
just
up
say
like
like
a
a-
douche
yeah.
in
Well,
the motor
Wrapped
of the
up
night.
like a burrito. No,
Yeah.
You know, something that makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that was a Bruce Springsteen song.
Yeah, he wrote
it.
that, right.
Yeah. And it was probably the way that Bruce enunciated his
Right,
stuff.
right.
And
Yeah.
this guy's like, I don't know what he's saying either. And he just
Right.
started singing it that way.
And then it's like, is it Pretty Little Love Song or is it Heard It in a Love?
Yeah.
Which one is
I
it?
think
Right.
it's both at different
Right.
points of the song.
Ah, yeah.
I think
It's
it's-
verse
I'm
1
a
and verse
smoker.
2.
Yeah.
I'm a
Everybody
joker.
knows that.
If I'm broke, you were broker. You know, what the fuck is
Yeah. Well, that's a good segue.
Or Eminem's Front, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you know he screws up in that song. He goes, Eminem in front, like
Yeah.
that thing. Keep it. Back
Yeah.
in the day, people kept shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they still should.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I just did a track, side note, on this Hammond right here on the Saturday or whenever. And at the very end of the song is everything's really tailing out quiet. And I hear Mike Bielenberg, keyboard player, turn on the Leslie and turn it off. You can hear it click on,
Click
click
off.
off. And I'm like, I could fade it out before that happens, or I'm leaving.
leave it.
I'm
You
leaving.
can leave it, man.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it was done on an organic instrument. It was actually played by a
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping it. You know.
Yeah.
So, but lyrics. Let's go down that road. As a lead singer,
Where you at on the Giza songs?
I haven't gotten them yet.
Oh, okay. Just
I
checking.
want them desperately, though, because I thought they were songs anyway.
oh, they're songs. They're definitely songs.
I want definitely. Just give me a shot at one of them. Just one. Just give
Okay.
me a shot at one of them.
All right.
And
You
you
can
like
have
it?
them all.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't involve a Camaro or a hot chick, we'll run with it.
Well, I'll send you stuff.
I'll send you the.
With
I'll send you
with
stuff.
the video though.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
you
I
said
need the
something-
video
yeah.
because it's got to play along with.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But anyway, as far as lyrics go, and being a lead singer, and and doing original music, I would imagine would be a little bit easier to remember the lyrics because you wrote them. How do you go about learning lyrics from other artists? Steven Tyler. How do you decipher that?
Repetition. Just I put it in. I just do homework.
Yeah.
Just do your homework. When I'm in my car, we spend a lot of time in our car, especially in the city.
Yeah.
I just play it over and over and over and again till I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
And I also will write it down. Like I'll write it down because it kind of burns visually in my brain a little bit, and then I ball that up, throw that away, and then I just listen to it over and over again, and then I just make some of the shit up.
Yeah. I mean, there should be some creative.
Well, Come Together, when we do Come Together,
yeah.
It's funny, the band that opened up for us last night, they had a girl singer, and they do Come Together, and I heard them saying, when I was walking back to the dressing room, they were sound checking, and I heard them saying, oh, they do Come Together, it's on their list right here, so we're not going to do that tonight. And I went, no, do it.
Yeah.
And they started laughing. They were like, why? I was like, because I want to see if you actually know the words any better than I do. And the whole band went, oh my God, it's not just us. I went, oh my God, we've finally met each other, you know? And they're like, that song has absolutely no rhyme or reason to it lyrically.
Was it the acid?
I think it has something to do with the LSD. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. What it really comes down to is I could sit down, just like Tyler did, and learn the freaking lyrics and do it right, or I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually fun. It's actually a fun part in our set.
Yeah.
Where me and Tim K do it together. He harmonized with me.
Yeah.
And I always walk right over to him. He's like, here we go.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be tonight?
Yeah. Right.
You know, is it Mojo Filter, Spinal Cracker? Which one we start with?
Yeah.
You know, like, whatever. You know,
Mojo Filter.
Usually the third verse I sing about the club. You know, we're down in Chattanooga in the Brew House Ballroom, man, y'all. You know, whatever.
That's probably good to leave something like that to be venue gig specific.
Yeah.
Well,
it's shout out.
You know what? It's doing something for me.
Yeah.
You know, what about me?
Yeah, more me.
Yeah. Never mind the spotlight and other people. I want to do something for me.
Yeah. When you're doing the lyric thing.
Daggone it. I'm tired of making y'all happy.
Yeah.
Do you use the Google machine
I hear for you
to get lyrics?
Like Google lyrics too. I've done that. Yeah, and I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
At rehearsal or something, I go, yeah. And then I need my glasses.
Bigger font.
Yeah, I was like, you know, where's the jitterbug when you need it, you know?
Yeah.
Look, Ricky puts his glasses on.
Hey,
Ben Franklin, go find electricity for me.
I just relented to getting progressive glasses, and I'm like, okay, I just wear them all the time.
Yeah, lyrics.
It's nice to be able to see.
Lyrics is because I play guitar too.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just not cool, right?
Yeah, it's just not. Actually, it can be cool.
Yeah.
It's cool on chicks.
You get
Curtis
why didn't you get the
Clark's got
good,
some
cool round ones that
Cool. Curtis Clark has some cool glasses.
he does have some
that he wears.
Cool. Yeah, you're right.
They always
so
match.
does Shane Prentice.
Yeah, they always match their outfit.
Shane.
I saw Shane at
Elton John. I think has the best.
Okay, you win. Elton John does have the best glasses.
He does have the best.
Those are round too, right? Only they're just blinged out, glittered.
Yeah, feathered.
They're wide and round.
Yeah,
like other parts on his body.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So,
damn, I just hit that. That just got to me.
Yeah.
Rick goes, that's true. Damn. I just saw that. Yeah.
Steven Tyler.
He did he did the Michael Jackson was going to do the Elton John too. Don't let your son go down on me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is it too soon? I think it's still too
It's
soon.
never too soon, man. Ever.
I think it's.
I don't think it's too
even
soon
care.
now.
Hey, man, I hate this school.
Hey, Steven Tyler obviously is not very easy to hear enunciations and stuff like that.
No.
My buddy that's in town, he said, if you don't ask this question, I'm not watching your podcast. So I have to ask the question.
I'm glad you waited like an hour into it to make him watch this shit. He's going to ask it any minute now.
I'm going to wait.
Any minute now.
So Steven Tyler, And
we live?
We were listening to
we're
some
pre-recording.
Aerosmith from
We'll cut that
70s.
out.
So
Say it again.
we were listening.
Start over again.
Jeez.
Start it over. Leave it to me.
He's over,
Wingding.
Ray's over going.
Leave it to me.
Zip it.
I'm using the Wingding font on
The
this
wingding. This does not translate.
74 Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler was playing piano. He was playing harmonica. He was playing stacking vocal harmonies and choruses. And do you play any other instruments in the band? Like, do you do harmonica?
Nope.
Do you want to learn?
Nope.
Because I need a harmonica player.
You asked me that on the phone. He goes, "Do you know any harmonica players?"
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
why, because Steven Tyler.
I'm like, I knew Tom T. Hall when I was a kid, but does that count? No, I don't. I met Willie Nelson, but nope. And I don't know anybody that plays
well,
what was it?
A harmonica or a fiddle?
A fiddle.
Yeah.
I know some fiddle players.
Yeah.
You know.
It's different than a violinist.
Yeah, they're not serious. They fiddle around a lot.
Fiddle faddle. They make popcorn.
That was a stupid joke.
Yeah.
No,
really
I loved
don't.
it. I'm going to tell my wife that.
So if that's not the case, who plays piano in your
I'm the
band?
best at dad jokes, by the way.
It's a little box
Okay.
off to the left.
Okay.
It's called a track.
Okay. So Dream On. No,
We don't have to pay that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He doesn't even
Smallest
eat.
little keyboard player you've ever
Don't
seen.
have to stop for pee. The
That's-
track's got to piss. Guys,
Yeah.
pull over. Loves truck stop.
Yeah. Well, that's why Giza is a three-piece.
Right.
It's a lot easier.
It is.
Just for scheduling rehearsals.
No, you're right.
It's so much easier.
Is track going to be there? We give them names, too.
By
Yeah,
the
we
way,
do
why
too.
don't you guys stop at Bucky's?
Bucky's.
Don't talk to me about Bucky's.
Oh, I need a Bucky story.
No, I
Alright.
don't want a Bucky's story.
Bucky's is the shit.
No, they don't even let trucks in Bucky's.
That's true, but you're not in a truck. Are you?
It's also like a huge shopping mall.
It's a
It is
Walmart.
that.
It's a slowdown
It
on the
is
highway.
It is.
that. It is
There's
that.
There's
In
nothing
fact, those were my
convenient
exact words
about
yesterday.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were my
I
exact
had to go
words.
in there for surveillance purposes for Loves. And
Yeah.
I'm not really
I dig
impressed.
gloves. Don't get me wrong.
You know, sometimes when you have too much on the menu, you just don't want anything at that point.
yeah.
It's overwhelming.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
The jerky wall.
Well,
I
here
get lost.
What?
I'm gonna give you. You want a Bucky story? I'll give you a fucking Bucky
Let's
story.
hear it.
I go in there and I say, "Hey man, you got barbecue?" He goes, "Yeah, we
Yep.
got barbecue."
Pulled
And I said,
pork like a
"Cool.
mofo."
Can I get a barbecue sandwich without that barbecue sauce on it?" He went, "No, sir. That's how we make them." And I went, "Well, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm going to Lowe's." Loves.
Yeah. Well,
A little hard on the beaver word,
after
Jim.
you
Like,
picked
yeah.
after you picked up some fudge,
Yeah, I'm all. Yeah. On my way out, I'll take that.
a Slurpee and some
I'll take
fudge.
that sign that says "God bless America." I want
Yeah,
that
right.
stone rind fucking
Yeah.
steer skull.
My wife just took a picture
yeah,
of that.
Yeah, right. I'll take the bean bag. It's got the beaver on it.
and
and-
they have a whole cowhide. You can get
Yeah.
a cowhide
Yeah.
at Bucky.
My wife got the tumbler. She got the bags of sour balls. We got
Sour
so much shit. I think she spent $130 at Bucky's.
And like
yeah,
that.
it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm
The
still
beaver
eating
got you. The
Hey.
beaver always does.
Yeah, man. I'm still. Hey,
I'll do anything for the beaver.
I still hit my little pen at night and then eat those sour balls and my fudge. So yeah, you can cut that one out.
Oh
I
my
guess.
God.
Yeah, you got
I
a
would
lot of
eat- I
editing
would
going
get
on
the
in
part
this
of I
one.
eat my fudge. Yeah, I think that
See,
pen had something to do with
Another
your
one I didn't
fudge.
think about. Did I
Listen,
didn't think
if
that one
if
through.
I hit that pen, I'd be eating my own fudge too, buddy. Over in the corner going, why?
Oh
Why?
my God.
Fuck the beaver.
So not a
Dirty
Bucky's
bastard.
fan.
He's worse than Mickey Mouse.
Not a Bucky's fan. I get it.
Not at all.
I
I'm a loves
understand.
guy.
I understand.
It's the oasis of the highway, man.
It is that where you take showers?
You
Hey,
get what
or
you
do
want.
you go
You
to-
get what you want up
you
in
get-
there. I bet you do.
You get Planet Fatness.
Yeah. Planet Fatness.
Is that where you get your showers
At
when you're on
Planet
tour?
Fatness?
Yeah. You get a day pass. You go in and take a shower if you're on tour.
No, I don't go to Planet Fatness. That's awesome. No doubt. They don't have any. Do you know
Never heard
about?
that?
Do you know about Planet Fitness though? George Lynch taught me this.
Okay, here we go.
You ready? George Lynch. He goes. We were in Minnesota. We were somewhere where there's fucking snow. You know. Every time George would go anywhere,
Yeah.
I'd go.
Yeah, sure.
He's fucking George. This is like, no, well, hold on, I'll take it back. This was the first year I was with him.
Yeah.
By the fifth, it was like, nah, I'm not interested,
going
man.
in.
You know, he's like, I'll see you at sound check, you know.
Yeah.
But he's like, come on, let's go here. I'm like, let's go work out. Let's do something. Fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we went to a gym, and it was Planet Fitness. And we go in, and we walk up to the counter, And George looks around. He goes, let's go. I went, we just got here. He goes, no, let's go. I went, what? He goes, all right. So we get out in the parking lot. He goes, I didn't want to say anything there. I'm like it fucking matters. You know?
Yeah.
It was like Minnesota. It was like just weird Fargo kind of fucking place.
Right.
There's like 3 people in there, and I think they're working, you know.
Yeah.
And George goes, they don't have anything over 90 pounds in Planet Fitness. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. I go in there to shower.
You're serious?
Yeah,
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
When
Is there
I
a
was on
reason?
tour with
They have
Foz,
like special soap
Hey.
or some
Yeah.
shit?
no.
Tell the story. For sure.
Yeah, well, okay. So when you're on tour, you can pull into Planet Fitness wherever you're at and get on your thing, and you
Your
get
thing, your magic box.
this thing,
Your magic
your
box.
magic
That's what
thing,
Vince Hornsby calls it.
and you can get a free day pass, so you can go in there and take a shower.
Right.
And that's how the band would save money by not getting hotel rooms for everybody.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we stop, everybody takes a shower, and that's how we did it.
And that's it?
Well, that
I
or
thought
loves.
there was going to be some whore involved or something.
Loves, no. I'm
You're a happily married man.
a happily married.
I didn't
but-
mean whores like in, like
Yeah, you did.
whores.
That's what I heard anyway.
I know. See, we have to cut that out
Yeah.
too.
So
Hey, I'm not editing any of this.
You have
Just-
to.
yeah, it's
No,
a pretty
no,
good one. This
none
is,
of it.
I'm
It's
telling
harmless.
you,
We're
this
harmless
is the
people.
best one.
We're actually freaking boring people when you think of that.
Yeah.
Until we get together, then we're
Yeah,
it's all the
it's pretty
same.
funny.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Planet Fatness showers and loves.
So
And
why do you call it that?
just because it's fucking funny.
It is funny.
The first time I heard it, I
like
laughed
that.
out loud. So I was
We
like,
do
I kept
parodies
it.
on everything. Do you ever, like me and my brother, like have parodies for like so many songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh man, I got some good ones. What
Like
should
the
we
Weird
start
Al-
with? Well,
Weird-
band names too, like really good band names.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go down
yeah.
band names.
Okay,
Let's do band
Five
names.
finger,
Okay.
5 flavor fruit punch.
Five flavor fruit punch.
That's what I called it.
Collective Soul Train. I actually had a band called Mini Pearl Jam. It was awesome.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
That's strong.
We got some great ones. Radiohead Lice. That was a good one. Def Leprechaun. I got a bunch of them.
I'm
Really
gonna collapse
good.
the lunch.
Hey, that's
Stop.
a great tribute band.
Yeah.
If I was gonna do, if I had to do a tribute band,
Yeah.
I would do a Def
Yeah.
Leprechaun.
Tom Pedophile and the Lawbreakers. You know.
We got to move on.
John Cougar concentration camp.
All right, I got
I like this one. The Whom.
I gotta pee. Hold on. Hold on.
Freaking great.
Hit pause.
Hold
have
on.
to pee,
Did you hit pause?
or I'm gonna
'Cause I'll
pee right
smoke while
here.
he pees. Did I say that? We have to erase that too.
What?
Nothing.
Quit making me work.
What, you
I'm
say
not-
something about the
I'm not-
I
peas?
got to give you a real good one. Hold on. You can't cut. Have you cut it off yet?
No.
Okay, hold on. So let's get to songs. I hear that train a coming. It's coming round the bend. I hope it's full of women, because I'm tired of fucking men.
It's a penitentiary
There you
mating
go.
call.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? If he isn't, better get him on the phone. I was driving by. Oh, his truck's on fire. Tell me now, girl, is it full of fuel like the one that burned up in 02? Flames are getting higher.
I think that you should do
his
nothing
truck's
but
on
comedy,
fire.
a comedy rock.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, like
Weird Al.
Weird Al
but
Yankovic.
cooler. But
Yeah,
cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, let's just be honest. How much cooler does it need to be? How many Grammys does Weird Al have?
A lot.
Shit ton.
But I will say you can write a whole record based on the name Doug. Like, shots at the bar, and you're to blame, darling. You gave Doug a bad name. You swiped his card, and you signed his name. You gave Doug a bad name.
You got to do that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's a comedy rock show.
Yeah.
What would you call that band?
Whoa,
I dug it.
I dug it.
Yeah, it's like he Collective Soul Train. He goes, whoa. Kevin, bet your wife left town.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
so let's do this. Let's get the tracks.
Because what is I'm a toker, I'm a smoker. If you're broke, I'm broker. You know, we got all that
Yeah.
shit.
Let's get the tracks for these songs, the backing tracks,
Mhm.
and then just do a lyric session here one
Hell
day.
yeah.
And then I'm so in.
Dude, I'm
You know?
all about that.
God.
Well, I'm free balling.
Yeah.
You know,
Free
or
balling.
speed balling would be
Yeah.
good.
Speed balling.
Well, yeah.
Oh, dude, no, we got a bunch of them.
That's
like
funny.
so many parody songs.
Could you make it all the way through a song, though?
Oh hell yeah, we'll rewrite the whole lyrics.
Yeah.
And
And be
everything.
dead serious about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Sell
is
it.
it any
Yeah.
other way?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
funny if you weren't.
No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like you're trying to be serious. Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit that pause button.
Yeah. Well, there's no pause. Just
I don't
get up
want to
and go.
miss anything.
We'll just get up and
No,
go.
I'm
No,
afraid
if
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna
miss
go
something.
pee, I'm gonna.
I'll
go
pee right
jump
here.
too.
Okay.
Don't pee
Take
right
5.
there. Not in a bucket.
We'll be back in just a moment. All right, and we're back. So I wanted to get a little bit more background on. Yeah, you've got a big
This
family.
is gonna have to be a two-parter, I think.
Well, this is gonna be a multiple parts. But you were saying that you have 6 children total.
Yeah.
And you've got a professional surfer, a basically professional skateboarder. You've got a grandkid.
I've got 2.
Two.
You've got 2 grandkids.
Yes. Cameron is 9. It's with my daughter Micah, who's 30,
Right.
and
So she's the oldest.
yes.
Okay.
And thank God. Could you imagine
Yeah.
getting she had to move out of state to get laid. You know, she got 5 brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You know, and they're just not your average brothers. I
Right.
mean, all these boys are like freaking, you know,
Athletes.
featherweight
Yeah.
boxers. You know.
Yeah.
No.
Did
Yeah.
you get
Cameron-
that?
Yeah.
Featherweight.
The joke.
What joke?
She had to move out of state.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
That was like 5 minutes ago.
No, we're recording. Remember when we said?
Hey,
Remember when we said we're starting section 2?
we're actually back to recording.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right,
See?
here we go.
It's a drummer thing. Anyway, so because I do it too.
Okay.
Yeah. So Micah has Cameron. She's 9,
Yeah.
and then that's funny.
And what did the grandkids? Have they seen you perform Pandora's Box? And here's Granddad.
You know, Cameron hasn't. Cameron's watched me like on video
Yeah.
and seen music videos and
Yeah.
stuff. Kai has been to my shows and actually has been on stage.
Oh,
We
wow.
did, and we just let him on stage. And even Rochelle would come up to me like towards just recently when we played at Bulldog Estates, Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
It's an elite
Yeah.
RV park that
Yeah.
my best friend.
I saw
Steve
pictures of
Smith's
that. That
built.
looks amazing.
We built all that. Me and
Yeah.
Steve.
That's
all that
crazy.
construction, dude.
Did you
I built
really?
that stage, bro.
No kidding.
Yeah, trusses and everything.
Wow.
I got a man card. So,
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Kai comes up on stage. He's Tristan's,
Yeah.
my second oldest, the surfer.
Yeah.
He's Tristan's son, and he's fearless. That kid.
Yeah. Obviously.
I got a video. Tristan just sent me a video. He's been surfing this past weekend, and Kai's got on. As crazy as it is, he's got on Landon, my youngest son, who's now as tall as me. He's 15.
Wow.
He had a
Damn.
wetsuit, and we kept it because you never, in our family, you never know.
Hand me
Yeah.
down.
Oh, dude, I think we're aliens. Rochelle said if she gets pregnant again, we're just going to find a cornfield and just wait for them to come pick us up because we don't belong here.
Yeah.
So he's wearing Landon's old wetsuit,
Wow.
and Tristan put him on his back and paddled out.
It took a wave.
Oh yeah, and for Tristan, the videos I'll show it to you, but
Yeah.
it's like chest high.
Wow.
It's like 4 to 5 chest high.
Wow.
So for Kai, that's like enormous.
So when you
Yeah.
say
He didn't
4,
care.
you're talking about the wave height.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
He didn't care,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think for 2 reasons. One, because he freaking loves his daddy,
Yeah.
and he knows he's not going to be hurt with his daddy,
Yeah.
and the kid's just fearless, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So there's Micah,
Yep.
our oldest. That is God's way of going. That's what you get for running around with strippers for years and years and years and years. Look at her. You know,
Yeah.
now you get to have the, you know, with girls, with boys, you worry about one penis. With girls, you worry about a shit ton of them. You know, it's like a dump
What?
truck full of penises. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
hovering around her house.
The
you
old,
know,
here
it's like-
comes the old penis
yeah,
truck.
no doubt. It's like, I thought you were just ordering pizza. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
so yeah. So Micah, who I adore, that girl is a gift. She never asks for anything. She is amazing. Now, like when they come to visit, I'm like, can I put new tires on your car or something?
Yeah.
You know, all the boys, they sleep with their hands out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in there, you know.
Yeah.
And what can you do for me,
Typical.
Dad?
We're out of toilet paper.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, the only reason you're shitting is because all the food I bought that you're eating. You know, and then they won't take the trash out. You know, it's like, you
Yeah.
made that trash.
Yeah.
I paid for it, and you put it in that can until it was falling over. Like my mother said, y'all stacking the trash today?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but
So
you won't take it out.
Do you have a list of chores? I mean, you have a
We tried
basically-
that, man. Come on.
Yeah, it didn't.
Nathan,
Yeah,
how old are you?
54.
I'm
Alright.
54 too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 55 in January 6th. So what are you?
I just turned 54 in October.
Okay.
October
Man, you
what?
got 6 kids.
7th.
I'm 14th.
Libra.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Too bad you ain't left-handed, man. You were close. You
Yeah.
were close.
You almost were cool.
I'm
so
amphibious.
so close to mediocrity.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, but so then there's Tristan,
Yeah.
and we have Kai with him. Kai's 3.
Yeah.
Who is a seed. Real quick, I'll try to throw this in quick.
Yeah.
My dad was an only child. My grandfather, God, the best man in the world to me. My grandfather, who I adored and loved more than any of the kids, and I will say that right in their
On tape.
faces, in their faces. And so when 2 weeks before Pop died, he had to go to the hospital for his heart, and it was me, Billy, and Matt, the brothers, and Sandy, our sister, and at that time, me and Rochelle had Tristan, and at that time, Tristan was like almost a year old, and Dad came out of the room and said, "Pop wants to see you guys." I'm like, cool. So we go in, and Sandy was going in, and Dad said, "Nope, just the boys." Like, he's old school, you know.
Yeah.
So we go in, and Pop looks at Billy and says some things or whatever. I wasn't paying attention because I'm just staring at him. And Pop looks at Matt and says some things or whatever. And he goes, "Nathan, I never worried about you." And I'll never forget it. This is the words. "I'm never worried about you. All I have to say to you is work hard and be honest. And I love you." And
Wow.
y'all don't know what that means, because every time you would tell Pop, I was a little kid, I'd walk out in the farm, would feed the cat. I'd sleep with him. He'd get up at 4 a.m. and go out and feed the animals and shit at the farm. I'd literally walk with my arm around his leg, like he'd
Yeah.
have to drag me,
Yeah.
my grandfather. First time I ever had a shot of liquor was with Pop and Uncle Robert Curtis. It was freaking, I'll never forget it. It was Kentucky,
couldn't have said that
Kentucky
without
gentleman or
tearing up.
some kind of shit,
Yeah.
wild turkey or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were passing it around, eating boiled chitlins
Yeah.
off that damn stove that my
Yeah.
dad had
Wood
off of
stove.
as
The
a kid,
one the
right?
kids keep moving around.
Yeah. And they were passing around like, "I want to sip." And I was like, what? I think I was like 7, you know. And my father was like, "Yeah, whatever," you know. So he gave it to me, and I took a sip. I thought my throat caught on fire, you know. And my dad's like, "Dad, what?" He's like, "You can't give him my kid." He goes, "Well, he kept asking me for it. Whatever."
Yeah.
He's old school as
He
shit.
wants to be a rock star.
But the one thing I would always say to Pop was, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I loved him, I
Yeah.
loved him, I loved him." I was like fucking Superman to me, you know.
Yeah.
"I love you, you're the coolest person in the world," you know. And he'd always go, "All right, okay, all right, great," but he'd never say it back.
Save it back. Yeah.
And I asked my dad that, because I came out, dude, bawling. I came out bawling. And I said, he told me he loved me. And he goes, and my dad grabbed my face. He goes, "You know why?" I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because everything Pop ever loved left him." He said, "But he made it a point to say that to you."
Yeah.
He goes, "So he is there, son. So he's paying attention." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
of course.
fuck it, I'm gonna man up, you know." And I
Yeah.
grabbed my kid, and I walked back in. I was like, "Everybody out of my way," you know. And I grabbed Tristan like fucking Simba, dude.
Yeah.
And fucking,
Yeah.
and I went. I walked right over the pipe. I went, "Here's your seed. Here's your fucking seed," you know. I was like, my older brother got married and had a girl. My younger brother's 48 and still's not married. Matt, BCB, Boys Cobra Band.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy.
Great
You
band.
know, but I think, you know, he's been a guidance counselor in Virginia for his whole life. So I think maybe he's like a little shy of kids, you know, like, nah, you know,
Yeah.
I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
But so I showed Pop my seed, and every time I talk to my dad, like every other conversation, usually periodically, I'll be like, "So who's the winner?
Yeah.
Who's the winner?" He's like, you are, son. I had 5 boys.
Yeah.
And now a grandson.
Yeah.
And go figure, the reason we named Tristan was because we were pregnant with Tristan. And me and Perry Richardson and Paula Effler and Rochelle, we went out to dinner in Myrtle Beach at a Japanese place. And then we went to see Legends of the Fall.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, we didn't have a name. So we're watching this movie, and I'm seeing the younger brother and the older brother and the long-haired crazy motherfucker
Yeah.
in the movie. And I'm sitting there going, now, I am by no means Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was so
Timing.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
yeah.
I love my younger brother with everything I have in my heart. My older brother, we battled for a long time. There was a period where we didn't get along at all. And then now we're totally straight and tight. But it was like at that moment was like, holy shit, this is like my life story. Like my mom and my dad are like this crazy motherfucker who loves his Indian heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk
I'm
about that
Cherokee
shirt.
Indian.
Yeah.
That's why I said I love that
Piss
shirt.
off.
Yeah.
Young piss
Both of you
off.
guys,
Yep.
both of you guys are Indian.
Yeah.
Have Indian
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of my heritage and everything.
Me
and
too.
that was a play in that movie,
Yeah.
And so I go home after the movie and I call my mom. God rest her soul. She was not with me anymore. But I called my mother. Well, she's with me, but she's not
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But well, she's probably here. But
Actually, she probably is.
I called my mom and I said,
Cringing.
hey, I got a name. And she goes, me too. And I went,
No.
all right. And she goes, you first. And I went, okay. And
No.
I said, Tristan. And I could hear my mother choking up on the
No
phone.
way.
And she went, you saw Legends of the Fall, didn't you? And I went,
Oh,
"What the
wow.
fuck?" I was like, so you think I'm Brad Pitt? And that's the story.
Yeah, right.
No, but that's how that happened,
Wow.
So that's Tristan. And then Drew came, about killed Rochelle. He's a big baby. He was like 8+.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like,
I was 9.
hey, man, if you ever pass
My
a
mom's
cantaloupe
shit.
through your nostril, you'll remember the fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn it, that was horrible, But so then there was Drew. Like I told you about Drew, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Then Trevor, he's such an awesome kid. But he's an angry boy. He's not angry like at the world or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just like me. He's got a short fuse.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he's tough as nails,
Yeah.
really. Gavin, quick story about Gavin. So Landon's being born, his younger brother.
Yeah.
And we're at the hospital. And Rochelle and one of her best friends at the time were up in the room and they're going to induce her or whatever. I'm like, I got to take Drew and Tristan and Gavin and we're going to go eat. She goes, okay, good. In the hospital cafeteria, I was like, because I love hospital food. I don't care what anybody thinks.
Who doesn't?
It's fucking
Come on.
cheap and great.
And green.
It's and green. Yeah, it's great, So we go down there. Well, the cafeteria is open, but the
But he's home.
food's closed. Yeah,
Yeah.
the food's closed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, shit, we're going to go to Burger King. So I called up and I said, listen, we're going to go to Burger King and we're not going to eat downstairs. She goes, okay. So we go to Burger King, but I bring the food back and we're sitting in the cafeteria. This is Gavin. I'm giving it to you in a nutshell.
Yeah.
This is why my mother said it's me.
Yeah.
And I'll explain. So we come back into the cafeteria of the hospital and we're eating. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, I'm like about to bite into my sandwich. You can
Yeah.
picture it. I'm biting into my sandwich. And all of a sudden, the alarms go off in the hospital. Chain fences start dropping. Everybody's getting locked in like fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And I'm turning around and I look and Gavin is standing on the table with his hand on that red pull sign,
Yeah, the
the
fire
emergency fire sign, and with his eyes like a deer in the headlights. And I was like, what are you doing? He said, it said pull.
Pull.
And I went, in case of an emergency, But so the whole time when it's all going off, Rochelle and Amber are upstairs, and Rochelle goes, "This is no lie." Amber looked at me and she goes, "I bet Gavin did that." And she
That's
goes,
my
"No, they're
family."
at Burger King." And she's like, "No, they're not." I
Yeah.
bet he did that. Sure as shit, it was Gavin. So back to that. This is why me and Gavin are the same. When my father was doing some work for the government, we had to move to Venezuela. Caracas, the capital, when I was like about the same age as him, 4, 5, 6, something like that. But I was a little kid. So we moved to Venezuela for a year. We had to be there for a year. Well, my dad had to be there for like 10 months. So he said, we're just going to move the family. We're going to live in freaking Caracas, Venezuela. Yeah. Rio, blah, 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 all these places.
That was when Venezuela was
very cool to the American situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing government work down there for whoever.
Pre-socialism down there.
Yeah. So we live in this very awesome high-rise place right in the capital. They had this big, elaborate pool. And down there, cliff diving is a big thing.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your average rec center pool has a fucking 20-foot tower dive, right? So they had one at our place. They also had like parrot cages on all 4 corners of the pool.
Why?
2 things happened here.
Strippers?
4 things happened.
Say strippers, aren't you?
I can remember this stuff like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
No, my sister wouldn't stop playing with the parrots, and my mom said it's going to bite your freaking finger off.
Yeah.
Well, one of them literally clipped my sister's index finger. Like, she saved it. She's not like weird, or whatever.
Not a carpenter finger.
Golf, Dolph. I can't even erase that. Anyway, so that happened. Well, my mother, when you got like as many kids as we have, it's hard to keep up. Like when we go to the beach, Rochelle dresses them all in the same bathing suit. So we know.
Good.
Yeah. Same with when we go to parks or anything like that. Everybody wears the same outfit so we can freaking find you.
Right. Good. That's a good
idea. So
good idea.
So we're at the pool one day, and my mom, she goes, she told the story better than anybody. She goes, I was looking around for you and I couldn't find you. We're all good swimmers. I was born a swimmer.
Yeah.
She goes, I was looking around for you, except for Matt, actually, my younger brother. That's a funny story too. But she's looking around for us everywhere, and she can't find me, and she's freaking out. And she looks up, and I'm on that tower dive. Dude, I'm like this fucking big, and I'm on that tower dive. I'm up there going, hey, everybody, what's going on? Like Elf, like, well, what's going on?
Get the attention first.
And my mom's like, come down from there.
Okay.
Like this, come down here. Like,
I'm about
all
to.
Right, I know, and all right. Shoo, and I fucking jumped 20 fucking feet down, and I jump in the water, and my mom's like, oh my God, Billy, my older brother, she's like, Billy, go get him, he's gonna die, blah, blah, blah. So Billy dives in the water to get me, and I'm like, I'm cool, motherfucker. I didn't say it like that,
leave me
like,
alone,
what's a 4-year-old, 5-year-old say? But I was like, basically, dude, I'm fucking good, man, calm down. He's like, I got you. He's no bigger than, he's like 12 at that, or 10 or whatever. He's like, he's fucking drowning me. I'm like, dude, get the fuck off me, man. I'm cool, So that happened. So that's a Gavin moment. But there's another moment. We go to this really nice restaurant, right? And down in the city. And, sanitation and plumbing and everything in places like that are not really up to code. No matter white cloth, it doesn't fucking matter. When you go to the infrastructure of things, it's not really up to par. It's like Mayan shit going on. So we're eating. Well, I go in the bathroom. I told my dad 2 things happened at that dinner table. Dad said, you were not sitting still, and Billy kept picking his nose. And I told Billy very quietly. He goes, I'd reach over and put my hand on his hand and go, stop picking your nose. Stop picking your nose. And he goes, about the 3rd time I did it, Billy just out loud in the restaurant goes, but I want to pick my nose. So that happened. Well, then he's trying to keep up with me, and I'm like fidgeting. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I got to pee. I didn't have to fucking pee. I just didn't want to sit there,
Yeah.
That's what kids do. I got to get a bathroom. No, you don't. You just fucking went to the bathroom. No, you don't. I know now.
Yeah.
So I go in the bathroom, and I climb up on the sink to look in the mirror. Imagine that. Me wanting to see myself. Right? So I'm standing there in the mirror. The whole fucking sink comes off the fucking wall. There's no governor or turn-offs, which this shit comes out like fucking Christmas Vacation, dude. Boosh! And fucking floods the whole fucking restaurant like that deep in water, dude. And the fucking manager's over there going, Spanish, My dad in Spanish told him he was a lawyer, and that motherfucker said, "Oh, it's okay."
Yeah.
But I did that shit, dude. My dad was like,
and this was in Caracas still?
yeah, that was in Caracas.
Oh, okay. So they didn't have cutoff valves.
They didn't have none of that shit, dude. They had a fucking, they had a 3-inch fucking,
Gotcha.
it wasn't even PVC, bro. It was like fucking ceramic, you know? Like, yeah, like fucking just, what is it?
Yeah, we got to have your dad on.
Cast iron. It was cast iron shit.
Yeah.
Cast
We
iron.
do
So when that
definitely.
bitch broke, it was broke, motherfucker. You know?
Cast iron 3-inch main valve.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan, we were talking off air. He is now has been a professional surfer
Before, yeah.
for several years, but
Right.
he's getting back into it.
Yep.
And not everybody's happy on the circuit
Not
that he's getting
yeah.
back into it.
Well, like I wanted to get. There's another kid,
Yeah.
Landon. I wanted to talk about Landon.
Yeah.
So proud of that child. He's the one that looks like he's not going to wear orange. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's like, he's not a hooligan.
I
I'm
gotcha.
raising hooligans.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of them. You know, they're fucking junkyard dogs. I'm proud of that. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. I mean, you know, some of them have tattoos now. I'm like, what am I going to say? You know?
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Fingernail polish. Why is Dad wearing fingernail polish?
Yeah.
It makes me money. You know,
Yeah,
like,
right.
long hair, Harley Davidsons, fucking blah, blah, blah. You know, so what am I going to do? You know, I do the best I can. I do teach them God and Christ and, you know, love
Good for you.
everything, you know. But, and they are good boys. They all are. I don't, you know, and Micah's amazing, our daughter. But, Landon is a true godsend because, and I mean that because when we had Gavin, rightfully so, we tied her tubes.
Yeah,
you know, like, after that, we were like, no more, no more.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting crazier. No, but so we had her tied. They cut her tubes, tied them in knots, and singed the ends.
To make sure.
Yep.
Put zip
Yeah.
To
ties.
make sure.
Yeah.
Put zip ties
Yeah.
on there.
To
Yeah.
make sure,
It's-
right?
Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't you get tied?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're a good swimmer.
I'm a really good swimmer.
Oh.
I got Michael.
I see
Michael
what you did
Phipps
there.
is in my PP.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, somebody, Mac Mullins said, he goes, man, you got evil Knievel in your penis. That motherfucker jumped the Snake River, you know.
No shit.
So we had Landon.
Yeah.
After that happened. We walked into OBGYN.
Oh, wait a minute. So
yeah.
you're saying.
Oh, yes.
You had all of this done, and you still had another kid?
Yeah, we had another kid.
How is that possible?
Bingo. We walked into her doctor's office, and she looked at us. She goes, why are you here? And I leaned in the counter and went,
You
said
tell
that
me.
You said that 1%?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
She paid for the whole procedure. She was an awesome doctor.
Yeah.
Loved her to death. And we had Landon. Landon, after 6 weeks at birth, he was 6 weeks old. He was very jaundiced, so we had to bring him back to the hospital. So rather than putting him like in an incubator situation and working that out, I don't know, kind of crazy. I'm not a doctor, but they kept sticking him with needles and bringing him back about every 3 days and sticking with needles to test him and see what was going on. He contracted bacterial meningitis from that.
Open the needles.
Yes.
Wow.
It killed him twice.
Wow.
He flatlined in an ambulance going to Charleston twice. And they didn't tell us that till we got there.
Right.
So the kid died twice. And then upon that, spent 3 months in the MUSC in Charleston or whatever.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yep. And we went through all that. And he came out of it. He was golden. This kid has turned into another gorgeous boy.
Yeah.
Extremely talented.
Yeah.
Extremely talented. He is the one that got the musical chromosome.
Okay.
He dances and sings and loves loving. Look at me. You know, he's Landon.
Yeah.
But he took on gymnastics.
Oh.
One day, we were out in the yard, and he goes, "Hey, Dad, you know how to do like back handspring and stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I used to be a paralleler, you know, in my day. I used to be a gymnast in my
I
day.
used to
son.
do this
Yeah.
thing called the.
I'm not going to show you. No,
The angel
it's
lift.
secret, you know.
Yeah, right.
You have to pay. No, but, $20 and I'll do a back handspring.
Yeah.
No, so I did a back handspring. He was like, "Oh wow," so he did it.
Yeah.
Then
Oh.
he did it and 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 did it and
Wow.
started. Somebody saw him doing it or something at school or something like that. Said your kid should be in gymnastics.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know that Roswell has like one of the
best.
best in the fucking country.
Yeah.
Right. Russian freaking trainers and coaches. So we put him in gymnastics. This kid freaking crushed it.
Yeah.
He was like killing it, winning award after award after award after award. Wow. And then, he kind of was like, it's getting too much. I want to do something different. Cool. So now he's cheering. He wanted to cheer.
You taught him the angel move.
Yeah. And they were when the cheer high school saw him doing this, then Georgia cheering program
Oh wow.
saw this and went, we want that kid.
Yeah.
So he is actually right now down at the Atlanta Conference Center competing for the state of Georgia.
And
Is
you're-
that right?
Wow.
And he did it yesterday too.
Wow.
And he's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He is.
Yeah.
Spoiled rotten,
Yeah.
but a fucking
And
badass.
he
Yeah.
sleeps with his hand out
Yeah.
like the rest of them.
He does really great in school.
Yeah.
He is an amazing kid.
Yeah.
And he has beat the odds.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, from day one, sounds like.
Yeah,
for
since
sure.
freaking that just put it in her. And it's like, that's not supposed
I
to
can't
happen.
say it enough. You have an amazing family.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It's definitely.
I will say, I will agree with you. I have an amazing family. I have been very, very blessed from birth. I grew up in a really good house. I grew up with a mother that loved me, a stepfather that loved me as if I was his own. I
Yeah.
learned more from Randy.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my stepfather, I wouldn't have this singing ability. He gave me a vocal lesson. I'll give it to you and anybody else wants to hear it. Try to fart. When you try that, that's called your diaphragm.
Yeah.
If you sing from there,
Yeah.
you'll never. You ever heard a baby with a sore throat cry all
Oh,
fucking night,
loud
no sore
too.
throat?
Yeah. Loud.
Well,
too.
when you turn 3, for some reason, you start breathing up here.
Yeah.
So you have to teach yourself all over again.
Wow.
And that was it.
Wow.
I didn't have to lay on my belly and sing happy birthday. I didn't have to keep
Yeah.
coming back and coming back. Sorry to all you vocal instructors, but you're taking people's money.
Right.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's 75% confidence, 25% technique.
Yeah. And so is breathing techniques one thing, but that still to me doesn't hitting pitch. That's another muscle in your.
You can't be taught that.
Yeah.
It's like you can have money, but you don't have taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bought a Lamborghini and I painted it hot pink. Well,
Yeah.
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
But like Rick knows in drumming,
Yeah.
it's kind of a mindless thing. You almost, when you're playing drums, you have to just kind of let go. If
Yeah.
you start thinking about your hi-hat or
Yeah,
your kick or
that's
your
when you're
snare,
done.
you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
And you also have to 75% be confident about what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same with the guitar player.
Yeah. Yeah. Own what you're doing.
Yeah.
But be listening immerse yourself in what's going on around
Bevan
you.
Davies has always
Yeah,
said that to
yeah.
me. Like when he dragged me back actually into the industry.
Yeah.
I did. When I made that record with him a couple years ago, he's like, dude, you got to get out here, man. It's a travesty that you're fucking not doing this anymore. I was in Myrtle Beach playing acoustic gigs, and him
Yeah.
and his first wife came up to see me play one night. They were down at the beach, and she cried.
Yeah.
He said, dude, homegirl fucking cried when he left, and he's like, it's horrible, isn't it? And she's like, yeah, what is this? This is wrong. So when I moved back to Atlanta, Bevan said, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
You're coming. I'm dragging you back in. And he
Yeah.
was like, dude, own it.
Yeah.
Fucking own it, man.
Yeah.
This is what you're supposed to do, dude.
Yeah.
Own it. And you're a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, we all did dumb shit when we were younger, man.
Yeah.
We all have apologies to give out and this, that, and the
And
other.
let's do them now.
Yeah.
I
I'm
apologize.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
me too.
apologize
Yeah,
along the way to
me-
anybody I had to kick out of
totally.
bands.
Ray,
I'm
I am so sorry. Dude,
I'm so sorry.
I am so
Seriously.
sorry, dude.
I'm still not giving
And-
you that $20 back.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't
But I
happening.
honestly am sorry for things that I did along
Me
the way.
too, dude. We were all listen.
All of
I-
us did. Him and I like didn't talk for 10 years because of something I thought he was probably mad at me for.
Right.
How
That-
fucking stupid is that?
Right.
That
Probably
I didn't
longer
even
than
care
that.
about.
Dude, Bruce
He
Smith.
didn't even know what I was talking about when I
Yeah.
apologized.
Remember
to
the
him.
Cavern, Bruce Smith,
Yeah.
and George Satellites. He's in George
Oh,
Satellites.
yeah.
One of my brothers lives. He lives right down the road. Like, and we are together all the time. He was actually in BCB for a while.
Yeah.
I ran into Bruce, so I can't remember where it even started. It was just like a couple years ago, and I ran into Bruce, and I was like, "Dude," he goes, "Well," I was like, "If I ever did anything to you,
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry because
Yeah.
I know what, and we didn't. We really didn't. I mean, we were the best friends when he ran the Cavern. We
Yeah.
had Skunk Butt, that band, whatever. It was freaking amazing. Did a lot of partying, a lot of hell raising. You know, and I said, dude, if I ever did anything at the club or anything that fucking embarrassed you or whatever, blah, blah, I'm sorry. He looked at me. He goes, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. What are you talking about?
And I went, I cringe now when I think about some of the dumb shit I did and everything. He
Well,
goes,
sometimes you know, sometimes you
goes,
don't.
dude. He goes, we all did that dumb shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. He
Yeah,
goes,
it's
but
true.
I love you
Yeah.
for even having a conscience about that.
Right.
And I'm like, well, it's just, I want that gone. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's very similar to stuff being lost in translation in text messages.
Oh, that's the worst.
You know, you can text something to somebody and it's taken totally the wrong way.
Yeah.
Situations along the way in the music, being in bands, being you know, in with teams of brothers. Not everybody you get along with. Maybe you rub somebody the wrong way.
Right.
Maybe you thought you rubbed somebody the wrong way, but they didn't even give a shit.
Right.
Uh,
They don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, and it's important in bands, going back to music, to talk to each other honestly and no holds barred. Don't be rude about it or anything
A
like
dick.
that.
He was going to
Yeah.
say dick.
I know.
saw him. He goes,
I heard it.
He goes, don't be a,
I saw it.
he actually moved his mouth. He went, don't be a rude about
The
it.
tongue was touching the roof of his mouth. I saw it.
Communication breakdown.
Yeah,
Don't be a dick.
you caught me. I was going to say it. But be honest with be honest with each
big
other.
pussy.
Such a nice guy, but not Rick.
Yeah,
Fucking Ray.
But I think communication like that, honest communication with your wife, with all these kids and all these adventures, you guys have to have some behind the door, honest conversations.
Oh, dude, we
about
went through
things.
hell and back. Listen,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
you don't
sure.
stay
No doubt.
married for 28 years and not
Yeah.
have a fucking problem at some point.
Yeah.
Oh no, we went through it, and
And-
we've been through separation and all that. We went through all that,
Yeah, and communication.
and realized we were like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't want to. My wife is everything to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people, like, who you love more, your wife or your kids? I'm like, well, that's a stupid fucking question
Yeah.
because if it wasn't for my wife, I would not have my kids.
Right.
Right.
My kids, I love them, but
Yeah.
they don't come first.
Yeah.
Right.
God,
My
wife,
wife
kids.
comes first.
Yeah.
Fuck those crumb snatchers.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
Yeah.
And I love you.
Yeah.
Stop fucking up.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
You know.
Uh,
You can move out.
with that many,
Yeah.
No,
And
I
they
love
will.
'em. Don't get me wrong. I love you boys. I do.
and they will.
Freaking stories on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
We're
The nest.
trying to find a motivation there.
The nest. I used to turn off the power
Yeah.
at my house when I had tenants that wouldn't pay.
Right.
And
That's the best way. Oh, he's that landlord.
I lived there. I lived,
Dick.
No soup for you.
Hey, I lived there too, though.
All right. So you turned your own power off?
Yes.
Hey,
And I
I'll
play
live in the
elec-
fucking ditch with you, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I live in. I play
That's
electric
awesome.
guitar.
I'll shit in a bucket.
Yeah. Oh, I'd start with the internet. I would turn that off.
But you know what?
Hey,
You're
how does
actually
this feel?
doing them a favor
Yeah.
when you turn the internet. I've told my kids, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know that little box?
That's
They're
true.
like, yeah. I'm like, it makes you brave, intelligent.
Yeah.
There you go, brave and intelligent.
Yeah.
You know, everything that people say to people online or in these texting, any
Yeah.
social conversation, you think you're smart.
Yeah.
You think you're brave.
Yeah.
When you put someone in someone's face,
Yeah.
say that shit to me now, pal.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
you
a
know.
crazy time.
Well, it's changed. Like the generation, you know, like when our parents would go, "You guys are crazy with your torn jeans and your rock and roll and
Yeah.
your skateboards and blah blah blah."
Tattoos.
Yeah, this generation, I'm looking at my kids going, "You guys are just fucking
Mhm.
ungrateful.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You don't
This guy-
understand.
my-
You don't work. You have no work ethic.
Yeah.
You know."
My stepdaughter got married last weekend. We were down in Florida, and this guy comes with a girl that you know, our kids went to high school with over here, and my youngest stepson's talking to her, and it's loud on the dance floor, So no shit, you're talking. Hey, yeah, you know we're. Hey, what? Yeah. Oh yeah. Her boyfriend decides to come up and push him aside, and he said, "Too close." And I'm sitting over at the table with Lisa, and I saw it happen,
Right.
and I went,
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's go
And
time.
Lisa goes, she pushes me back down. So I sat there and I kept watching.
Yeah.
And I could see it getting heated and heated. I could see the eye. I saw the eyes.
Yeah,
Crazy
there's a sign. Yeah.
I saw the eyes. So I got up and I walked over and I grabbed him. And I was real nice. I went, it's okay.
Yeah.
This ain't going to happen right here.
Right.
Yeah.
We've known her for a long time. Everything's cool.
Right.
He walked over to his table, got his shit, and walked out.
Yeah. Well, there's two things on that.
It's because fucking
He's
when
lucky.
that guy comes over to you.
Yeah.
Well,
That guy's got a
It's time to go,
mohawk.
man. It's time to go.
I mean, it could have went way
Yeah,
differently.
yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
could've
It was
gone
my
sideways.
daughter's wedding, and I
Yeah.
wasn't going to let something go
Yeah.
south.
Right.
on my
It could have gone sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
If it was going to go sideways, it was going to go sideways outside.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
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 But there's, I mean, the having him stand up for what he thought was maybe, having a guy stand up for her being the boyfriend, right? It was the boyfriend
Yeah, I guess.
at the time.
Sorta.
Yeah.
So,
at
I
the
mean,
time.
yeah.
What do you know, Ray? You don't. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I won't even say dick.
I can't say it. Wrong. Not dick. Wrong. Wrong was the word.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
That's the wrong word, dick.
Yeah. The age of social media where everybody is a giant.
Well, that's
Oh,
what it
man,
was.
it's
Yeah,
like
I
Rochelle.
could tell he
It's-
was one of those guys.
Right.
You know what
It's
I
like
mean?
Rochelle said, like during COVID when they were having doing school at home.
Oh boy.
She goes, "It's COVID." And kids are like, "I know," and they're like, "Okay, so you're doing everything online." He's like, "I know." He's like, "So how are you failing?" I don't know. It's like, you're not even smart enough to cheat. So you have a phone that's like, what does a goat look like without a head and a penis in it? Let's Google that.
Yeah.
There it is. There's a dude fucking a goat
Yeah.
without a head. It's like you can find that shit. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with these kids.
Yeah.
I know what Ray's thinking right now.
Yeah. What, about a fucking a goat?
Man, it's going to take me until 3 o'clock tomorrow
To
morning
edit this shit?
to edit this shit
I'm
out.
not editing it. I'm just gonna put the
I love it.
explicit.
This is my favorite
language,
podcast.
The explicit language logo.
Dick explicit.
Yeah. The
Dick
The
explicit.
dick explicit language.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, they can access anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can access
It's
porn.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can
of course.
access people being murdered.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
but I did tell Gavin that one time when she brought that up, you're not even smart enough to cheat. I'm
Yeah.
like, so they're asking you who the 14th president is. And he's like, I have no idea. I was like, I think it's Abe Lincoln. I'm not sure, but might be close. He's probably 13, 12, 14, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, how do you know that? I was like, because back in my day,
Yeah.
we had to go to a place called a fucking library
Yeah.
and search for a fucking book
Yeah.
and open it up and
Yeah.
read shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, the math that they're teaching them now, this new core
Yeah,
math
it
thing.
doesn't make any
These-
damn bit of sense.
Listen, I'm standing at counters at
Comic.
registers with people that can't change back to
Right.
me. What the fuck is wrong with
know.
you?
Right?
That's unfortunately
Right.
that
I would
product.
say 8+4.
Yeah.
We
That's
know.
happened at the drive-through at freaking
Anywhere.
Burger King.
Anywhere,
They're looking
yeah.
at me like I have horns. I'm
Right.
like, what's the problem? I
You
gave
don't have a car.
I try to do.
Well, that's why
I
they
try
want
to
the
give
card.
them.
Yeah.
I try to do them a favor by giving them the exact change.
Yeah.
And then say it's a 11 something.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give them a 20, a
And then
1,
there's something.
and this, and then
And
the
there's
exact
something.
They
change.
can't hand
Yeah.
you a $10
And they
bill.
can't figure out that
Right,
they need to
yeah.
hand me a $10
Right.
bill.
Right.
That's
Well-
how fucking stupid.
Oh,
that
but
is.
they can make an espresso with latte to latte.
Yeah, right.
I think that's,
Exactly.
I think that's why they want to get rid of cash, boys. It's too difficult.
My
Could be.
mother said that they should always get rid of cash. That it was like they should take things back to bartering.
Well,
Yeah.
chickens.
How do you want to pay for this, sir? I don't know. Do you take corn today? Me and Perry
Yeah,
Richardson, we
yeah.
were going to the NAMM Fest in
Yeah.
Nashville. I was in Atlanta, and he was in Myrtle at the time. He was still in Firehouse, and we were going to the NAMM Fest in Nashville. We get to the hotel late at night, and it's this Four Seasons, some fucking
Nice, yeah.
yeah, some nice shit.
Yeah.
And me and Perry walk in, looking like we looked.
Yeah.
And we get up to the counter, and she's like, "Yes, sir, Mr. Richardson. Here's the room." Blah, blah. And he goes, "All right, cool." She goes, "How would you like to pay for this, sir?" And he looked over and he goes, "You take corn?" She went, "What?" He goes, Never mind. You didn't get it.
Yeah.
It's like we came up with a slogan song for Goldschlager. Remember when Goldschlager came
that
out?
was
And everybody
the
was
stuff,
singing,
right?
oh yeah, we were drinking that shit at the time. He goes, we sat in that room. It was that night too. Me and him and Scott Hyman. We're like, these guys are red. Their country is cornbread, dude, and they're fucking funny as hell.
Yeah.
Both him and Perry. And he goes, we got to come up with a slogan for Goldschlager. And I was like, all right. I go, Goldschlager. It's a bummer when you run out. Anyway, genius. We're going to use it. Dude,
And you can't use the gold to buy more.
Hey, we got to do an ad company. And just do slogans of just stupid stuff like that. It'd be.
I sent him that one about, what is it? Brad, no need to be afraid of bugs. I sent that to Barry. He was like, oh my God, Goldschlager. I went, yep. Dude, I'll tell you a funny story. We could cap it with this fucking, so I got to go see. I fucking got to go see.
Gotta go.
You're going to see Michael Sweet?
Yeah, Michael Sweet
You
tonight.
going?
He's sponsoring.
What time are you going?
6:30.
What time? You want to go?
Oh, I'm going.
No, he's got to go.
I got to go
His
up there.
son's
Yeah.
sponsored by.
Oh, you have to
Striper.
go.
Oh, I'm going. Tristan and me are going. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want to? You can meet me up there.
I'll go.
I'll get you
up
in.
there.
I'll get you in. Stop.
Hey, I don't think I can.
No, I got you covered. Anyway, so when Perry, the first show that Perry was in Striper with, that was local in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Was at Center Stage. So I went, and my older brother turned me on to Striper, drums too.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw Striper was To Hell with the Devil tour.
Me too.
With Loudness opening up for him.
Man.
Loudness, we rock you like hell.
Yeah.
So amazing. So my brother, huge Robert Sweet fan, obviously, who wasn't as a drummer.
Yeah.
So when I go to the gig, I was gonna do a Perry thing to make Perry laugh. Because we're just, every time we're down each other, we laugh. I'm playing Myrtle Beach next weekend, and then I'm going to help him fix his fence. So I'm going to stay with Perry for a couple of days. But, and he's Tristan's godfather, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
do all the kids have godfathers?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, Perry's Tristan's.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all have godfathers. So, so we go to the fucking show, me and Rochelle. And Rich Ward's there, and it's me and all of us, and we're in the room, and first time I've ever met Michael Sweet or Robert or Oz, and I'm like floored, because I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Striper.
Yeah. Both 2 times I met
And
Michael
Perry-
was with Rich.
Right, and I'm standing there with, Perry, and Perry's looking at me, we're looking back at each other, and I'm like going, and he's like, going, right? Fucking,
I know.
fucking Striper. I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking, hey, blah, 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 So, he saw that I was like, I got something. He's like, oh shit, here we go. I was like, hey guys. I was like, my older brother is a huge fan, so I brought a Bible because when I travel, I have those little Bibles, the little ones.
Yeah.
You get a Dollar Tree.
New Testament.
I put there's one in every suitcase I ever have when I travel. Not that I get out and read it. Let's talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just have it with me.
Yeah.
It's a battery.
Yeah.
So I pull it out and I go, can you guys all sign this to my brother Billy? And they go, yeah, man, no problem. Michael's like, he signs it. And Oz, he signs it. And Perry, he signs it. And when Perry signs, he's going, oh, I know something's coming here. And then Oz signs it. And Oz's like, man, this is a cool little Bible. I've never seen one. Where'd you get it? And I said, I stole it out of a hotel.
A hotel drawer? Hell yeah.
And they all went, ah! I was like, Perry's like, damn it, you know, I had to bring something to the table.
I saw it
Like,
coming,
I
man.
stole that motherfucker right out of the hotel, right after I kicked that whore out. It was awesome.
My God.
It was funny.
I didn't realize I opened for them, and I didn't realize the level of it.
They're huge.
Yeah,
all over the world.
Yeah, the level of it. I was like, okay. I watched Soundcheck, and it was the most intricate soundcheck and longest that I think I've ever seen.
They like to play.
It's because Michael's like a perfectionist and
Big
really
time.
worried about sound
Big
all
time.
the time.
Well, they did a sound check for their ears first, and then they did sound check in case the ears went out.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I've never seen that before, but it totally makes sense. Have your floor monitors like you normally would in case these go out and chaos and
Yeah, but we're all throw and go guys.
I don't have that luxury.
Yeah, it's like, can I see myself? Yeah, go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You didn't even sound check.
Is there
with
a
us.
light? Yeah, go.
Hey, you didn't even sound check with us when we played together.
No,
That was the first
It's like, oh, I hope I can hear him.
10 seconds, there was no Nathan.
Oh,
Dun-dun-dun,
yeah.
dun-dun-dun,
Yeah.
dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, the
Oh, let the sun be down upon my face.
yeah. Me.
I can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
I'm watching Rick when he's keeping me in pace.
And
Kind of.
Yeah. That was fun, man. That was fun.
Race
We'll
on the
definitely,
right wing.
we'll definitely do that again.
Oh, for sure, we have to.
And we'll definitely do this
Please.
again.
Oh, yeah, come on.
And let's get your dad.
Yeah, let's get my dad
Yeah.
in. We get Perry.
Yeah.
We call Perry and Michael.
Yeah, that'd
and
be fun.
Maybe get George.
Yeah. Let's get people that know what they're up.
I tell
George?
you, I know someone that I know would love to be in the program.
Okay.
A couple people. I think Butch Walker would love to
Sure.
sit in, and
They just played.
Jimmy D for sure.
Yeah.
Jimmy D from the Bullet Boys,
Yeah.
Lynch Mob.
Yeah.
He would love to do this.
Man,
Come
can you
on.
get
Sean McNabb.
Let's get George.
George,
I'm
we
a
get George.
big fan of KXM. Is one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
I'm a
bands.
huge
Doug,
Bullet
I'm
Boys
Doug-
fan too,
Doug
though,
Penn,
man.
yeah,
I'm
we
down
could-
with that.
Dougie P.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk
Oh.
to Doug probably. I don't know.
Smooth.
Yeah.
In ya. No, but we could definitely get Jimmy for sure.
Yeah.
Blando, Dana, Mark Slaughter, those guys.
Yeah.
So what we can do?
That would be
and-
cool.
and
Yeah, man.
We're kind of talking off air, but we're on air. What we can do is we'll have
Morgan
them.
Rose.
Yeah, we'll have them zoom
Morgan.
in here.
Everybody knows Morgan.
We'll have them zoom in here and just have a conversation. I want to hear their angles of your stories.
Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny from Seven Dust and
Yeah.
Morgan, Seven
Yeah.
Dust, those guys will tell you some funny shit about the things that we've been involved in.
Sure.
Yeah, that's some funny stuff.
Before we go,
Real quick, have you
Yeah.
done our buddy's show, Scott Bowling?
Scott Bowling?
Good Company with Scott Bowling? Oh,
yeah,
no.
that would be a good one. Too,
He
yeah.
interviewed us. It was like 28 views a month after
20
him and I did.
yeah,
it.
Wow.
We're like, how the
28K.
hell did we get 28,000 people?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. it
We're
was
trying to
crazy.
figure out what happened.
Yeah, we don't know what happened, but
Somebody showed a penis.
Yeah.
Somebody.
What do they call
Ah,
it? A dick. That's what a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
A dog.
So on the close here, when we're landing this plane, this ship is Columbus's voyage in 1492.
Damn it.
Not making it.
Fucking white boys showing up.
What the hell is he talking
We
about?
were
Landing
naked eating
planes
corn
and
when they showed
steering
up.
ships.
You had the best corn.
Yeah, we did.
You saved everybody's life.
We did.
And you know what?
It
I
was
won't go
maize.
down
It was
It was
maize.
maize.
It was it wasn't deer corn
No.
like my teeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Last question.
Just shove a Tic Tac in there, man. Ain't nobody gonna notice.
Actually, last two
Look like fucking Beetlejuice walking around.
Last two questions.
All right.
In the entirety of your career doing this thing, worst gig ever. The worst.
Worst gig ever was Montgomery Raceway
Mm.
in 1990 with the
Mhm.
Blondes. I was doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing all day,
hmm
and my throat completely gave out on me
Oh.
in the show. We were opening up for the Dixie All Stars. The Dixie All Stars. That was a collaboration of Molly Hatchet,
Yep.
Skinner,
Yep. All the
Uh,
Southerns.
Marshall Tucker Band, 38 Special.
Wow.
And yeah, I was dumb, dude. I got a record deal when I was 19.
Yeah.
And somebody introduced me to cocaine.
Yeah.
And that was not a
What
good
a
idea.
great-
Like
what a
you
great
needed-
drug.
like
Fucking
you
love it.
Fucking loved.
I wish it didn't have
I
that
snorted
fucking
half of
fentanyl
Peru
in
in
it.
about a year, like
Damn fentanyl.
I didn't do it. I just liked the way it smelled.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so and I spent the whole day just partying with a bunch of fucking bikers.
Yeah.
It was bikers.
Yeah.
And
You're blaming the bikers.
it was their fault.
Yeah.
That sounds like, you sound like my wife.
It was
Oh,
their
yeah, like it was their fault.
Totally their fault. They put it on the pizza. I ate one slice and I wasn't hungry anymore.
He slid it in there.
Yeah, they
yeah.
slid that shit right in. No, so yeah, and it I
Extra
literally
mushrooms, please.
I literally shut down.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, I wasn't singing correctly still.
Right.
I was singing through my chest
Yeah.
still. I did that whole album through my chest.
Yeah.
Steve Walsh of Kansas produced it, and him
Wow.
and Phil Ehart produced
I
it.
love Steve Walsh.
And he always was confused with me. He's like, I don't know how you're doing this. He's like, you're clearly singing through your chest, but every now and then you hit your
cut.
you know. He's like, so you're doing things on this record, the Blondes record. He's like, that's like, I don't know how you're hitting that stratosphere of a note, and then now you're struggling with this mid-range shit, whatever. Then Alice Cooper came in the room because we were label mates that day, and I was even old enough but young enough to realize I'm done. I'm not singing today.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's in here, you know. And they both were, him and Alice both were like, you need to. So that's when I called my stepfather and said, I need a vocal lesson.
Help,
He goes, try to fart.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
There it is,
That
right?
was the try of the
But
part.
at that point, when I was doing that show in Montgomery, I was just being stupid. I was a kid. I was dumb.
Yeah.
I was partying.
So
I lost my throat,
Yeah.
and it's the most horrifying moment in your life to be standing in front of all those people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I could imagine.
You're not a badass anymore.
Yeah. No,
You're a fucking idiot.
You're
is what you are.
yeah, your superpower's
Not to
been
mention,
taken.
not to mention everyone that, you know, like people go, hey man, you're a singer. And it's like, what'd you carry in today? It's like, the fucking band,
Yeah.
the show, you know, like I have pressure, you know, singers do. Some are arrogant about it. I try not to be. I'm like, I'm no good without my guys.
There's a difference in being a diva and
a dick.
Why are you
a
pointing
dick.
at me?
Say dick.
No, that was a
Yeah, because there's no
just
difference in being a
Italian.
diva.
So my question was.
So yeah, that was my worst gig.
My question was, so do you ever do a thing? So the singer in a band I just joined called Voodoo Moonshine. The singer's 52 years old, and he's absolutely amazing.
Right.
I mean, absolutely amazing. And he's got this thing that looks like a bong that he's.
It's a breathing exercise.
It's a breathing exercise that he does a half hour before the show, and he's blowing into it, and you see it, but it literally looks like a bong. I was like, the first time I saw it, I thought he was getting high.
Yeah.
But he's not. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink.
Yeah.
One of the best singers I know, and he just blows on this thing, and then gets up there and just kicks ass. And he sings like Steve Perry. He's like, whew.
Up there,
Everybody has a ritual.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't do any kind of exercise. You just like no.
I don't. Me. I don't do none of that.
None of that.
I don't need.
How about this one?
I don't. Yeah. Mustache. My girl's a pill popper. Mustache.
Sibilance.
No, I don't.
Sibilance.
No, I don't do that. I don't.
Okay, good.
I don't do any of that.
Well, he doesn't do any of that either.
It
but
does it again.
It's a
It doesn't.
ritual, though.
It's
blow
a
into that
ritual.
thing.
It doesn't matter. Some people need a picture of their mom and some fucking incense. You know? Some
could
people
be,
need a tie dye and a fucking candy dish.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Right.
matter.
Some people no shoes. Have to be grounded to
Some
the
people,
stage.
you know.
Ew.
So okay, all right.
Some people
learn something
suck
new
a
every
dick
day.
before they play a gig. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But what matters is whatever works for your zen.
Flow.
Yeah.
Your flow. Yeah.
My zen is. I hear the intro.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Showtime.
go
I
time.
think
It's
that's
go
me
time.
too,
Get the
because I don't
fuck
warm
up,
up
do
either.
your fucking job.
Yeah.
Go do the fucking show, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm that way
think
too. I don't.
You are.
I think sound check for me is a bit of the ritual of okay, that's my warm up. We're gonna play a track,
Right.
and if I feel like I can hear and feel more so
You're relaxed.
feel, then I'm like, okay, if sound check was good, I'll go into the first song confident.
Right.
Yeah.
I've gone into sound checks and come out of that like I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And gone on stage and been like, oh wow, this is way better than sound check. I'm good.
Yeah.
All
Me
right. So
too.
that was the worst gigs.
Yeah.
Polar to that, what was the best gig ever? And Striper might be one of my
Man,
best.
that's got to be a long list to pick from.
The best one, like
I really can't. I've had so many highs.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I can't. I can give you a couple of them.
Yeah.
First one was opening up for Poison, Greensboro Coliseum, sold out.
Yep.
It was the first arena gig Blondes ever did.
Yeah. Unreal.
Nothing touches that. Georgia Jam in '91 with Skinner and REM and
Was that
Derek St. Holmes played with us.
Yeah,
We
was
did
that still
Stronghold.
south of Atlanta?
Yeah, Lakewood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know Lakewood, yeah.
It was a good gig. First gig with Lynch. but not the first one. The night after.
The night after, the second one.
It was surf club ballroom, whatever it is. It's the place where Buddy Holly and what's his face flew out of and died.
Oh yeah,
Last
Big
gig they
Bopper.
played. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last gig they played. We played that, and I was flawless that night.
Yeah, I couldn't miss a note. Yeah.
And I'm singing freaking Heaven Comes Down and fucking It's Not Love and fucking all these fucking Dawkins songs. I'm a huge Dawkins fan.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of my mentors. That was a big show, really big show.
Yeah.
Orange County Fair with Tom Kiefer and Rat was another big one.
California?
Yeah.
Wow.
We did a lot of California shows. Static X, Whiskey.
Okay.
Singing for Wayne.
I
when he
played the
died.
Whiskey twice.
It was a big deal for me and
Nerve-wracking.
Bevan. Yeah. A lot of set-ins. There's a lot of like played Rocklahoma, Lynch Mob. We did it, and then I knew Robin and everybody. Cheap Trick. I knew them. They were label mates from the Blondes, and Michael Devin was playing bass for us at the time from Whitesnake for Lynch Mob. And it was me, Scott Coogan, George, and Michael Devin. And when we went on stage early in the day, there was about maybe 60,000 people.
Wow.
And Candlebox was standing side stage going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're watching Lynch, you know.
Right.
And
that's a lot of people, dude. We opened for Iron Maiden, and there were 30,000.
Okay. Well, then later that night, so Michael Devin's like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to Cheap Trick." I'm like, okay. Well, as we're walking past, Brett Michaels is on his bicycle, and all the tour buses are Star Coaches tour buses who I used to work for, and Danny Hamilton, our manager, he was our old manager for the Blondes.
Yeah.
And so Brett and me and Devin are walking up, and Brett's on his bicycle, and I was like, "Yo, B," and he's like, "Dude," I was like, "Yeah," because I knew him, and so Devin's looking at me like, he knew I knew certain people, but he didn't know at what level, and he was like, "This motherfucker knows," I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking like first cut teeth with fucking Poison." You know?
Right.
He's like, "How you
That's
been,
awesome.
bro?" He's like, "You singing with Lynch now?" I was like, "Yeah." He's on his boss. He's the greatest guy in the world. If you've ever met Brett Michaels, you're a very fucking fortunate person. He's an amazing guy.
He seems like a real dude.
Oh, he's a wonderful person. So that gets done, and then we go to this trailer, and he goes, "All right, it's Cheap Trick in here, so be cool." And I was like, "Okay."
You already knew him.
Oh, no, I got a picture on my phone. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So we go up in the cabin, and as soon as we come up in the cabin, fucking Rick and them, they go, "Ah!" And they're like, they grab me, and they're going, "Fuck you." They're fucking with my neck, and they're like, "No." And the whole time, Devin's sitting there going, "You're an asshole." Dude. I was like, I've known these motherfuckers since like 1989. You know, like I've known Cheap Trick forever. And he's like, "You're a dick. You didn't fucking tell me that." Well, long story short, at the end of the night, Cheap Trick's getting ready to go on stage, and Rick's got all his guitars, and he's got that big fucking neck guitar thing. And
it's
George,
like 3 or 4 guitars.
George, me and George are standing side stage before they're going. He's like, "Oh, George is such a if you don't know him, you don't know him. He's such a wonderful guy."
Yeah.
And it's just me and him, and he's like, "Oh, dude." I'm like, "Wait, look at that fucking guitar." I was like, "Yeah, go pick it up." And he's like, "George Lynch." He's like, "No, I'm not gonna touch it." I was like, "Fucking John Mayer calls you to borrow some of your guitars, dude. Go fucking pick that guitar up, right?"
Yeah.
So he goes, "Oh, yeah." I got a picture of him. He's standing there holding it, going, "Yeah."
Oh, so
I was like, "All right, now put it back real quick." And then Rick walks around, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, that's a piece of shit. Fucking take that thing." He's like, "Fuck it, just whatever," you know. And he's like, it's like fucking Rick. And he's like, "What are you doing, dude? He's a fucking dude, just like you."
Yeah.
So we get called out to do Surrender.
Oh, wow. Surrender.
At that time,
That's cool.
120,000 people. 120.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a video of it.
Yeah.
It's me and Tom Kiefer, Michael
an ocean.
Duffin, all the guys in fucking Candlebox, whatever. And we're just wandering all around the stage, and I'm videoing the whole fucking
Hell
thing.
yeah, you are.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
I've got it on video. I'll send it to you guys. But it's me and Tom Kiefer. Like, we're like kids. Everybody's. If you're not in Cheap Trick, you're a fucking baby on that stage.
Yeah,
you know
no
what I mean?
doubt.
Fuck
Right.
you. You're
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
maggot.
Yeah.
And everybody's going. But there's this part where you can see it's me and Devin and George and Rick, and gathered around Rick's mic.
Yeah.
And it's like surrender, surrender. You know?
That's cool.
Gang
But you can
vocal.
see Lynch though. He's like, dude, he's like a kid. He's going now, surrender. Like he's like a child. And I'm
Yeah.
like going, that's back to our point.
Yeah.
What is more precious than that?
Right.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Sitting and eating a sandwich with Gene Simmons and 2 years later remembers my fucking name. There's
Right.
nothing
That's huge.
more important than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You live for that shit. And
Yeah,
if that's
man.
the little bit of fucking feathers I can put in my fucking hat and take home with me,
Yeah.
I'm fucking good
I
with
had
that.
I had Artemis Pyle go call. We opened up for him, and they're like, "Go get Rick." So he was cramping up so bad. I played the second to the last song for him. I sat in for him.
Fill in.
See what I
Phil-
mean?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. What do you? I
when
mean,
you
what-
become important to something that's important to you,
Yeah.
Don
Yeah.
Dawkins, same deal.
Yeah.
yeah.
Come side stage and go, dude, I'm fucking about done. I'm like,
Yeah.
eat a piece of chocolate. He's like, what? I'm like, eat a piece of chocolate. And he ate a piece of chocolate. Went back out and he went, and he came back and goes, where's the chocolate? I went,
Right. Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
fucking A,
That's
know?
cool.
Yeah.
Is that a vocalist trick that I
chocolate?
I don't know
it's
about?
it's a big secret.
Yeah.
Not now.
No. Yeah, right. That
Chocolate's
helps, huh?
chocolate's good. I'm not that guy. I don't fucking do. I don't do anything.
He's endorsed by Hershey's.
I don't do anything. But
Yeah.
if you're having a hard day,
Yeah.
people have hard days.
Yeah.
Chocolate's the best.
Is it when
Hmm.
you overuse your voice, like too many shows in a row, or fatigue?
Fatigue is
Yeah.
what will get you.
Okay.
The only thing a singer needs is sleep.
Yeah.
Period.
Wow.
Yeah. You could eat sand, but
Yeah.
as long as you get a good 6 to 8 hours, you're good,
Yeah,
man. And
6
if you're
to 8,
if
yeah.
you're not, it's in your fucking head. My stepfather always said, he goes, swallow. Does it hurt? No. Then you're fucking fine. Stop. Get it out of your head.
Yeah.
Just go do your fucking job. Don't overthink it. You know,
Yeah.
if you overthink it, then there's a problem. Rick, no, drummers,
Yeah.
guitar, anybody that does anything
In your head is not where to
extra.
go. Yeah.
out of your system, yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, the difference between singers and the musicians is this is our instrument.
Yeah.
So just treat it like shit,
Yeah.
ruin it, make it a shoe,
Yeah.
and it'll take you anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
Fucking, hey, listen, man, anybody that says like salad and, Evian water,
Right.
Yeah.
onion hulls and some honey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, it's definitely one of those things that I can tune a guitar. I can tune my guitar and get it in
You can
shape,
pull a
Right.
have
fish.
it ready.
Right.
But you're talking about the anatomy. If anatomy goes, that's a different thing.
And again, like back what Rick was talking about, it's like, everybody has their own candy dish. It's what you do. It's your ritual. It's your thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. And to really be honest with you, you know what all that is?
It's still
in your
in your
head.
head.
It's a fucking mental
Yeah,
thing,
it's
still
dude.
in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your head, and maybe we'll
In
close.
your head. Zombie.
Oh,
What?
thank you.
In your
Nice.
head, is there a different approach do you take if you're happen to be walking out in front of 120,000 to back somebody up to back
Right.
Cheap Trick up on Surrender versus the 25-ish people that I
Right.
played the other night? Do you treat the stage any different?
No,
I don't
not at all.
either.
Not at all. No.
No. And do you get nervous the bigger the crowd is?
Mm.
I get more energy.
Less.
I
Yes,
get
I
freaking
think.
freaky.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
My adrenaline kicks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Smaller
ah.
the crowd, the
Yeah.
more uncomfortable I am.
Yeah.
If it's a big ass crowd, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
more
I
comfortable.
get excited when I get around French fry lights and stuff in fucking restaurants. I'm like,
Yeah.
is that a light?
I thought that was just me.
See,
Good.
it's not.
Thank
it's
goodness.
just all of us.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I get my nerves come on the on a ticketed event that it like the Giza thing headlining. I want to, I kind of feel like I'm it's on me to fill the seats.
It's not.
It
that,
is, too.
that type of that pressure gets me.
It's on the club.
Yeah, you would think
Yeah.
until they tell you it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys didn't sell a lot of tickets. Like, no, you didn't sell a lot of
Thank
tickets.
you
Yeah.
very much.
We've been selling tickets everywhere else, but here, what's the fucking problem?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That part I get the butterflies and the nerves. Hitting the stage at the point. If I'm at a point where I'm hitting a stage, I don't get butterflies.
No, that
I
ends.
I get a little bit anxious.
Right.
Good
It's anxious. Yeah,
good-
it's a good energy.
Yeah, I like that part.
It's not a nervous energy. It's a good energy.
Yeah.
You have to set him straight once in a while though, because when he gets setting up, like he gets really a little antsy sometimes, kind of little like me normally.
Yeah.
And I have to grab my, hey, breathe,
Calm down.
Yeah.
take a deep
Oh,
breath.
you mean like when he's setting up?
When he said,
Yeah, I won't be there for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
17 HDMI
right.
cables. I need to know that
Oh,
everywhere.
I'm gonna miss that part.
Yeah.
yeah, he gets a little antsy, but he's cool right after you say, dude,
Yeah.
It's all good,
Yeah.
man.
Chill.
Yeah.
I just have a mental checklist.
The
I have
earth
an
is
Excel.
round.
Yeah.
I just
The
set
earth
up
is
a
round.
32-piece drum kit, and everything's fine.
Right.
The Excel
Water bills due in
spreadsheet.
30 days, pal.
That
Let's
too.
move it along.
Yeah.
Mop it up, motherfucker.
I might be turning the
Yeah.
water off.
Yeah, let's wrap this up, man. Come on. Water bills due.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Nathan, man, we really, it took us a minute to get
Oh my gosh.
to get our
I'm so
schedules.
glad we've made it. We did
Yeah,
it.
we did it.
We landed on
We
the
need to-
moon.
we need to do it again.
But
Oh, we're going to do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
let's try to get some stuff booked up in the future
Yep.
and have you on again.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me, man. It's
Yeah,
been
man.
a wonderful time.
All right, boys. Hey, happy Sunday, episode 47.
God
Nathan
bless.
Oots, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bingo.
You're watching the Original Music Podcast with your hosts Raymond Hems and Rick Gaffman.